Welcome into the Cam and Strick podcast, episode number 226, presented by Hair Club.
Yeah. Monday. Tomorrow will be Tuesday when this comes out.
Yes.
But we record on Mondays.
Mm-hmm.
Mondays are tough, man. Tough to get up. It's tough to get up on Mondays, Andy. Why do you sound nasally?
I don't
You
know.
been partying? You party at Mardi Gras?
No.
What'd you do?
Oh, did you go to Mardi Gras?
Yeah. I had to. I had to go on the float with the alumni.
I feel like that's
disaster.
like your...
No,
your,
it's
like,
not.
your
Are you out of your mind? You
your
think I want to go
thing.
down? No. No, there's weirdos everywhere, but we do the Blues alumni tent, and we all went up there. Twister was involved. We go on the float. We hand out all the shit. You know, you're there for 6 hours drinking in the morning, and like the float stopped, and it took fucking forever, and we're drinking. And then we had to go up on stage, and I'm like, oh, fuck him. I'm like, oh, God.
Was that your float that caught on fire? I saw a
there's
float that caught
yeah.
on fire.
Not ours, but I was getting a little drunky poo, and I'm like, I need to goddamn pace myself, because we went on stage, and I'm like, oh, boy. I'm sitting on those tight those little chairs on the stage, and I'm like starting to kind of like, ooh, I'm like, fuck, I need to eat something.
Why are you on a stage?
We had to do a Q&A.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
like
people
6
are
hours
asking
in.
questions?
Yes.
What kind of questions were you being asked?
I don't know, man. I had to call a couple of my buddies and be like, how was I okay?
Uh-huh.
You know, one of
And
those
what'd
things.
they say?
Like, you were fine.
Okay.
You were fine. I mean,
Yeah.
Twister, you know, we're all kind of like, ugh.
Yeah.
I felt bad for Twister.
You were a little wasted. You actually called me during the game.
Well, no, I didn't.
Oh, yeah, during the... See? There you go right there.
I wasn't even watching the game.
You called me during the Blues game.
I didn't mean to.
And you're like, oh, what's up?
No, I didn't.
Yes,
You're out of your mind.
Dude, you did.
Dude, it took me fucking forever
And I
to get
said,
home.
can I call you back after the game?
Oh, because it was Ryan O'Reilly thing happened or something?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Look, it is what it is. But it was a long day. And, like, Kate's just like, get the fuck home. Like, you know, you're out there since 7 o'clock in the morning.
Who'd you have
basically.
pick you up?
Hockey Bob.
Okay.
I had my buddy come down
just so
with me,
people
too.
know, Hockey Bob is
He's
a
a-
radio listener.
Yeah.
Who you know that guy that like shows up at all the events and whatever. And now he's he's become Cam's like
I know.
personal Uber driver.
I know. And I take care of him. He's always there, man. He gets me home safe. It is what it is.
It's good to have those people on
Fuck,
speed
dude,
dial.
I live far away, man. I can't go down there. Like, I can't. I'm not driving the fuck down there and trying to do. I'm not doing it, dude.
Oh, no, you do it the right way.
Hell yeah. I got to just spend the money to do that. And they paid for us to go down there, so it's all good. But it was good to see Twister. And I think he was a little bit overwhelmed because you walking in, like when you go down there, the place is fucking packed. And then we got this tent that's packed full of Blues fans. And Twister's been in hiding for a little bit. Now, I shouldn't say hiding, but he doesn't do much. Like, he doesn't go out and he's not the Blues games. Like, he doesn't go, he stays away out in Defiance and he does this shit. So finally, he comes to one of these things with us, which we just love, man, because we love him to death. And he gets just bombarded. And it's not just for a little bit. You get bombarded all fucking day, man.
Who's bombarding him?
Just fans, girls, guys, whatever. They're just on you. Everybody's drinking. Everybody's like, fucking Twister, like fucking. And I think by the end, and he had I forgot her name, but lovely woman. And she like knew the game and like helped them and stuff, just like my buddies do. Like, you just know, I got to put my beer down. They'll keep
his girlfriend?
His girlfriend, yeah.
Okay.
Totally cool
Yeah.
chick. And you could tell she's good for him, man.
Yeah.
And I evaluate everything, and you know that.
Yeah.
And so
You got to have that person by your
Fuck
side
yeah.
that can like control the environment.
Yes. Yeah, because I think his anxiety kind of probably hit a little bit because
Oh,
like
yeah.
you're partying and all of a sudden you get on this float and you're finally like away from people, and then you go back into the buzzsaw, and I could handle it, man. And I was getting a little like, oh, and I got the fuck out of there before I tripped and fell or something, you know, like an asshole, and hurt our fucking status.
Don't tell me you did that.
No,
though.
no. But it was time to go.
Did you do anything to embarrass
I don't
the
think
brand
so.
that day?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But that's why I have my buddies that just kind of like I evaluate like, you know. Anyway, it's all good. It's all good. And it's good to see Twister. But then like Kate's just like, where the fuck? Like, get the fuck home. You know.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck home.
There's like the time has come where she's
Like, get the
calling
fuck
you.
home. Oh yeah. Get the fuck. I'm like, I'm trying. I'm getting out of this goddamn
So where's
place.
Hockey Bob hanging out the whole time?
Oh, he found a little spot. Oh,
And
he's
then-
always a
and
little.
then so when it's time to go, he's ready. He's
I
there
ring the
for
bell,
you.
baby. Right there.
Okay.
Get me the fuck out of here
Yeah.
before I hurt the brand. God,
Man,
feel like shit today, man.
I don't know if you'd find me down there, man.
No, I wouldn't do it if I didn't get paid. You think I'm going down to Mardi Gras with 50,000 swinging dicks? Nuh-uh. And I know there's girls around and stuff like that. It's not my scene. There's no pissers anywhere. People are like fucking fighting each other at the end of the night. It's such a clusterfuck even getting in and out of there, man. Like, it's not my jam. I like going on a dock, Andy, and getting my goddamn mind right and putting on some good old music and kicking my feet up and looking at the water with my buddies or something like that. I like that shit. Now, I'll go cruise on a boat with some guys and stuff like that, but I don't like big, large crowds. I like going and hang out with Blues fans, don't get me wrong, but that's not my... I'm not like Mardi Gras, let's go. I want to go to a lake in a quiet, you know...
Well, for the day, is the float decorated, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
Like what's on it?
Oh, I did embarrass myself.
Hold on, what's on the outside of the float? Is it
Blues stuff?
Okay.
You know? We had our jerseys on and shit. But they had stuff to throw out, all kinds of beads and stuff like that. And I'm just chucking them at people and I'm blessing them, just being goofy. But they had these Easter eggs. And there's like a little thing in them for like $5 off of Hardee's and stuff like that. And I'm just like, this thing tend to be thing. And I'm taking a bunch of them and just like throwing them at people. And this girl on there goes, hey, Cam, why don't you stop doing that? There's actually nice stuff involved. And as a sponsorship, we spent a lot of time putting those together, and you're just throwing them out there.
Oh, my God.
She said that in front of everybody. And I go...
And she said it to you.
To me, in front of everybody. And I go, well, why didn't you tell... I kind of looked at her like, what? And then I realized it, and I was like, fuck. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, you're right. And I apologize in front of everybody, too, but it's like she put me on the spot. Like, I'm just cruising. Like,
oh, my God.
Cam.
Yeah.
We worked hard on those. Don't waste them and throw them. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, okay. And I'd apologize. It was really awkward. But I fucked that up. That's my fault.
Yeah.
Like, what am I doing? She probably did work her ass.
Well,
and
you
we're in
gotta
that
watch
game
that,
too.
dude. You just shouldn't be touching anything. You know, just grabbing things.
No, but you're supposed to throw those out there for people. But I was just being I don't know. She just put me in my place a little bit. And you know what I did, Andy? I go, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And I became I took a good route with that. Because I was starting to get banged up and I didn't want to like, dude. I'm just like, no, you're right. I'm sorry about that. So that's all good. But I don't like being embarrassed unless I do it myself. And I don't like that either.
No.
You know?
I hear you.
In front of everybody, I'm like, oh, shit. Like, just whisper it to me. Just come whisper it in my ear.
Nobody likes to be called out in front of a group.
I know.
That is the worst.
It is.
This weekend was just kind of crazy, man, with the like trades just happening and you know, things that aren't happening. The Jonathan Taves situation just
that's fucked up.
A little bit crazy.
COVID, long-lasting COVID. I know he's got the jabs.
What do you think that means?
It hit people. It hit them differently, man. And it could be a bunch of different stuff, man. But I don't know. But he's been sick for a while, I feel like, right? Last year, too. This year. And I heard long-lasting COVID stuff. I don't know, but that's not good. I kind of feel bad for the guy, man. Like, I know guys that have long-lasting COVID effects, and they're depressed.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
Like, what does that mean to have long-lasting COVID effects?
I don't exactly know. Because it didn't happen to me. COVID hit me.
That means he had COVID, and then he's still having, like...
He had COVID.
Issues
and
with
it rocked him so bad to where it affected his brain, and where he's down and out, like, you know, just... I don't know. But he explained, he's like, I can't get up. I have no energy still. And it's like a year into it. So... And sometimes COVID hits you and you're like, oh, fuck, a little sniffle. Yeah. Kind of like what Andy has right now. Who the fuck knows what's going on with that? Unless I was hoping you partied, so you don't have fucking COVID. But that it was weird when I read that about Jonathan Taves, man. I'm like, fucking athlete, got the shots, got the boosters, I believe, and then you still have it. Like,
that's too bad, man. Because I just hope he hasn't played his last game and he, gets himself healthy and gets himself right. That could be a scary situation there. So
he'll be all right. I think he'll be all right.
What do you mean? I hope so.
Well, I don't know. I just think he'd be all right. He's a healthy guy. He should be all right.
Yeah.
But it is weird. Very weird. But Patrick Kane, he was kind of pissy pants, and all of a sudden he goes out there and plays against the Leafs the other night and lets that fucking Hattie up. Like, what's up? I'm still here.
I know.
Come get me.
I know.
Come get me.
I just hope he goes to a cool place, man.
So do I.
He's got to pick a spot. It sounded like he wanted to go to the Rangers. That didn't work out. Toronto was his other team. So you just hope he finds himself in a situation where he wants to go to,
Who would that be?
I don't know. People are saying Vegas. People are saying Dallas. I don't know.
Yeah, somebody said Dallas. Yeah. I don't know. Go somewhere, dude. Mm-hmm. Do something. I want the big boys in the spotlight. Yeah. Carlson, go ahead and
some people still think Toronto can maybe figure out a way to get him there.
How many forwards do you need, Toronto?
Yeah, I don't know if that's
How many forwards do you need?
The next guy you want.
Jesus.
Well,
they got to get The Ryan O'Reilly's going to help him out, man. And, like Achari's good.
Well, just bringing him in there.
Yeah.
Could you imagine Ryan O'Reilly? He's coming in there sitting next to Marner and Matthews and those guys. I mean, he brings that instant credibility.
Yeah, he does.
And he'll have an impact on those guys in a short period.
And like
of time.
Ryan O'Reilly does, like he's not going to go put you on your ass, but he'll get in that corner and win a battle. Then he'll go hard to the net, and then he'll tip that puck, and then he'll block that shot. Then you'll be 2-on-1 in the corner. He finds a way to get out of there. So, like, what he's going to do on the ice, I think, Marner and the big boys on that team, Matthews, are going to look at that like, okay, well, he's doing that. I'm going to do that too. Like, it should be contagious. He does little things, man, and he's a fucking worker, dude. He keeps his feet moving all the time. Now he's slowed down, but are they going to beat fucking Tampa?
I don't know.
I mean, shit.
Not if Tampa gets Barbashev.
Is that the rumor now?
Well, I don't know. Apparently, Tampa apparently wants Barbashev.
Well, yeah.
But Boston wants Barbashev.
Yank.
Listen, but I will say the Blues got a pretty good value, though, in return, though, for O'Reilly, man. When you think about what they got for him, a first-round pick and a third-round pick, then you get the second for Achari.
And 24.
You got to do it.
Yeah, you got to pull the trigger on that. Absolutely. Who are the two kids that are coming to St. Louis? Well, I want to break down on both. I want to break down on both of them right now.
They're going down to the minors, those guys.
Yeah.
So
are they just like whatever?
Yeah. So now you get the draft picks, because now all of a sudden you got a lot of options. Like the Blues are getting all these first round picks. It's like people look at Timo Meier and they say, well, maybe this team or that team. Now all of a sudden a team like St. Louis truly comes into the mix for a guy like Timo Meier, because you got all these first round picks. You have the ability to make those type of trades.
Yeah, you could do a lot with
that.
that.
Whether or not they end up doing something like that and going after Timo Meier, but I'm sure there's interest now on the Blues side to see if they can find a way to make that work. So with Timo Meier, everyone focuses on some of these playoff teams in New Jersey. Don't be surprised if all of a sudden now St. Louis, just by acquiring these other they can start getting to work now in terms of finding ways to acquire players.
How, do you like him?
I do.
Good player.
Big player, scores a lot. He could score 50 goals this year.
Scored 4 in his first game. His first game in the league, did he do a Matthews where he scored?
I don't know.
He went between his legs in New York.
Really?
Yeah, on a breakaway. Am I wrong? Yeah, thank you, Brody. What's up, homie? Yeah, I remember that shit.
And he's like 26, 27.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
But
I don't know.
The thing is, though, whoever trades for him is going to want to know that they can sign him to an extension, So I don't know where he wants to go. In a way, he's able to control this thing from that standpoint.
If the Blues could do one, I know we're talking heavy Blues, but they made a big-ass splash in the market, so we're going to talk about it a little bit. But what are they looking for the most, the Blues? Best player possible? Defenseman? Like, what do you think?
What do you mean?
Like, if you could pick and choose who you can get, would it be a forward or a defenseman if you're Doug Armstrong?
Well, probably a forward now.
Yeah, because they're all gone.
You need a D-man, too.
You need a number one.
But now you've got to, you trade Tarasenko, you lose O'Reilly. Achari obviously had
Andy.
He had a role in the team. You lose those guys. Now you got to fill needs on both sides.
That lineup in Ottawa they had wasn't that good.
No.
It wasn't that good.
No, it's going to be tough the rest of the way.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be a weird year.
They knew that.
Yep, you're right.
The reality is, listen, if you're Doug Armstrong and the problem is they'd got within like 6 points of the playoffs.
Oh, shit. So fucking weird.
All of a sudden they win another game. It puts Doug Armstrong in a tough spot, in my opinion. You get within 4 points, and now the pressure starts to tilt the other way. You got to find a way to make the playoffs. And here you have this first-round pick lingering that's out there, in addition to other picks and other pieces, and you can make this deal. And even if you get into the playoffs, like you're probably not a threat to go deep into the playoffs.
No. But you're in. And it's
you're
interesting,
in,
and you're making a little bit of money.
And then you're losing guys for nothing, right?
You already got, like who?
Well, say you hang on to Tarasenko, say you hang on to O'Reilly, for example.
Yeah, but they didn't. Right. And so now you're still there. Mm-hmm. So what would be the best case scenario?
So I'm saying, I think he had to jump on the trade.
Fuck yeah. Just get it done. And we'll roll the dice if you're going to make the playoffs or not. But it's a goofy fuck year. Mm-hmm. Like, well, maybe. No. Get some picks.
Yeah.
And then maybe some of these young kids, you could spring together some energy and
you don't
want
to risk all of a sudden getting close and getting everybody.
Fuck no.
And then hanging on to them, then missing the playoffs.
Exactly, dude.
Or getting into the playoffs and losing, and now you don't get anything for
You don't want to be
guys,
kind of bad where you're just teetering. It's either like go for it. But I think, there need to be a change. And now they're kind of loaded up a little bit and I think people are pretty excited just to see what kind of players you can get from this draft, but or what you can do
with all these first-round picks.
Fuck, maybe you could tie that on to somebody.
Because I'm told that there's at least one team that's willing to give up a first-round pick for Barbershop.
Barbie.
Now, who that is, I don't know. Is it Boston?
Fuck, you're coughing too, aren't you?
I don't know, man. It's a Monday.
What's wrong with
it's
you?
a Monday.
God damn, Andy.
I got off to a slow start
kids.
today. No, my kid already had a hockey game today.
Damn.
It's
Shaking
been a
kids'
tournament.
hands and
It's been a
stuff.
tournament weekend.
You're full of bacteria right now.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. I could sense
I'm
it
actually
on you.
feeling very healthy right now.
Coughing and
Very
sniffling.
I've been taking those first form greens, dude, and the reds. Every morning.
God. You're infected.
Oh, my God.
Jesus.
Dude, the stress of, like, the tournament. This is, like, the first time, like, my kid's ever been in a tournament, you know? I just came from the game. Now we have the championship game coming up this afternoon. So, like, that's where
he playing?
That's where my head is
How's
at.
he playing?
Just okay.
Okay. I'm glad
Yeah.
you're honest with that.
Yeah.
All right. That's
Yeah.
cool. You didn't yell at anybody, did you?
Mm-mm.
I'm just asking.
He's been, like, this is like a full ice tournament. And so he's never played in a full ice tournament. So the first time he's ever done that. So that's an adjustment, you know.
Have you been skating?
Have I been?
Have you been skating, Andy? Because the eyes are going to be on you down in that. All y'all out there, you know, we talk about that trip. Well, I invited Andy. The private jet down in Nashville. All the boys down there. It's going to be a lovely time. And I'm just asking, you been skating?
I have a few things.
Have you been skating?
That I have in my contract, by the way.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
You can't demand orders, dude.
I want to
did
wear
you a
the C.
favor.
I want to wear the C.
I might let that happen.
I want to wear the C.
I might let that happen. Just piss off Chaser a little
and
bit.
just pump up the boys before the game.
Well, if there's a penalty shot, you're taking.
Oh, yeah.
And the boys will be watching.
I might be a little rusty.
I know. If there's a penalty shot or anything, because we're going to be smoking teams.
You made me feel like there's no stress.
There's not.
In
When it
this
comes to the skill
particular-
set, dude, we're loaded.
Yeah.
And I don't want to piss off you know who.
Well, you may have already.
Oh, I know. And I'll deal with that. But if we're beating Team 7, you know, like I'm going to have to double shift you to kind of even it out.
Okay, so we're going to Nashville. What goes on these trips? I also want my own room, by the way.
No, it's not
I was
happening.
gonna
You're
tell
going
you
with
that.
Sean Muncie. You can't demand fucking orders
Well-
like that when you're like the last guy invited.
Dude.
You know, there's a lot of guys that
It's just a
couldn't
few
go.
requests that I have.
There's a lot of guys that couldn't go that just do what they're told and they go and they have a good time and they enjoy what they have in front of them, which is nice. You
Yeah.
know, you got Nashville. A lot of things are taken care of. You know, you might have to pick the fucking bill up one night.
Yeah.
Like, are you going to be cheap? Because you chirp me for being cheap all the fucking time. We'll see when we're out and about. You know,
Maybe.
and all of a sudden here comes the bill, and he goes to the fucking bathroom. I'll be evaluating
Yeah.
you like you can't believe, homie.
Yeah.
But I'm excited about you going though.
Oh,
I
yeah.
truly am.
No, it'll
and
be
all the
fun.
guys
It'll
are
be fun.
too.
Are they?
Yeah. Besides, you know, Jason.
It'll be a lot of people there, though,
Be a
from
lot
like
of people.
all over.
Oh yeah, be a lot of people. And I know you guys, why don't we bring the podcast up? No, it doesn't work that way with him.
Who
Like
said that?
well, I'd say people will be like, why can't you go down? I'm like, it doesn't.
We could.
I'm not. Yeah, but I'm not going to do that to them because that's not fair to them.
Well, like all of a sudden, there's another player there for the weekend, and I'm like, "Hey, can you come do my podcast?"
Can you do a podcast for 2 hours while there's like Chaser needs you to do stuff? Like, no, I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? So we'll just have a good time down there, Andy. But you know,
Although I'm sure some people wouldn't care.
The people are going to be watching.
I'm
you.
sure there's some people that wouldn't care. They'd come sit down with us.
Oh, the guys wouldn't care.
yeah,
The big boys running the show
Oh,
don't want that, and I don't blame them.
right.
You put on a fucking tournament, and all of a sudden you got a fucking podcast, and they're taking away all your players for 2 hours when you need them to entertain
Yeah.
the players that are paying money to be with them. You're taking them away for your own podcast. It doesn't work that way.
So,
You know what I mean?
What do I get paid for this?
Andy,
For this weekend?
why do you think you're getting paid? It doesn't make any sense.
I haven't.
Like there's
I haven't negotiated.
There's NHL guys aren't getting paid.
I haven't negotiated my deal yet.
Well, then you ain't going, motherfucker. Because I'll have fucking Brody go.
Who
Hang
negotiated your contract?
Man, it's already in there, dude. We've been doing this for a long time. It is what it is. This wouldn't happen if I wasn't going. So therefore, they got to make up for it. And Chaser takes care of me.
I'm kidding, dude.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I don't.
Oh,
okay.
dude.
No. Sometimes I don't. Or I'm like, is he fucking joking?
Yeah.
Like, are you really? Because I
No.
know how you are.
Of course, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm glad that you guys are all being. Listen, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be fun.
Yeah. Go play in a little tournament, man. Get the IV. The long nights, dude.
The IV.
Oh hell yeah.
I don't do the IVs.
You should.
What do you mean? Who's giving the IVs?
Oh, the nurse.
Oh, really?
Fuck yes, dude. They'll massage you. You walk in, they'll put an IV in you, get your fluids going, make you feel good. We'll be partying all fucking night. I need that goddamn IV.
You'll just do IVs.
Oh yeah, I'll get that. Like, oh God, just get me. You know. But I'll get up. I love getting up early, have my coffee, see what the fuck's going on, read a paper or something, go find a little cute little fucking breakfast spot when there's good looking chicks everywhere.
At the Southern Biscuit places.
Oh God. And I'm like, oh Jesus, you know, and maybe have a Bloody fucking Mary.
You ever had the IV put in and they put it in the wrong spot?
No, Andy. Where the hell do you go? Where the fuck do you go?
That's never happened to you?
No.
Oh my God. One time they put the IV in, they put it in the wrong spot.
Well, you don't have any veins, so they couldn't get any.
And then they had to redo it.
They had to like guess where your vein is, you know.
Had like
You got sawdust.
I had like post-traumatic syndrome after it.
I had mine ripped out one time.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
Just had it like something happened. I remember just getting it cut, like ripped out. I'm like, oh God, and bleeding all over the place.
Damn.
I'm not a needle kind of dude, but when you're going at it all night and you're skating 3 times a day, you're dehydrated as fuck. You know.
So I was walking through the woods with Blay the other day, and just kind of walking through the wood. Cam, there's a dead coyote in my backyard.
And really?
Yeah.
Creve Coeur? Or in
Yeah.
Ladue?
Well, yeah, the poor part of
The
Ladue.
poor part of Ladue? Sorry, my bad. Yeah, all right. It's a little straggler.
Dead guy. I got
How
a
big?
picture. I got a picture of it, dude.
They found another cougar in Eureka, too. Roaming around, eating cats. People were filming in their backyard, eating cats.
What kind of cougar?
The cougar kind? What do you mean, what kind of cougar?
Wait a minute. There's a real cougar out.
Yeah.
Really?
Mountain lion cougar, whatever. Yeah.
Oh, mountain lion.
Andy, they're
That's what I
basically
was.
the fucking same
That's
thing.
what I was envisioning when you said cougar. I'm thinking like mountain lion. So we are talking
mountain lion, cougar, whatever.
Really?
Yeah,
And
another one.
they had it on camera.
Well, we said this before. Like the other day, this truck hit one out by my house, and Eureka's way out there too, but just like a little different. But yeah, they're cruising around, dude. And this had to have been a coffee poo. This had to have been a different one. So fucking, they're like migrating
Cam.
around, dude. It's kind of creepy.
Okay, so I'm at the game this morning, and the guy next to me is just coughing up a lung.
No wonder.
And he's like snotting the whole time.
Oh God.
And I'm just
The fuck
like,
away from
oh
him.
my God.
Kind of like what you're doing on me right now.
No, I'm not. But I was just like, he just had that cough going the whole game.
Yeah, get away from
The
him.
whole game.
Yeah, man. Like the only reason why I get sick is because of probably you. You know. God.
Well, that's how it happens. I mean,
It's
people,
the kids, man.
the guy next to you, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, we like I'm today, man, I feel like it's just a beautiful day.
Mm-hmm.
We watched they had this new XFL here in the States, all y'all out there.
You watched the game?
St. Louis had the Rams taken away from them. I don't know if you guys up in Canada know the story, but it's a big fucking deal down here. Yeah, the Rams, Stan Kroenke, fucked the city over. The city hates Kroenke. They moved to LA. They won a championship. It all worked out for them. It is what it is. So now they got this XFL league that The Rock is running. Well, he's a face of it or whatever. Finance. I don't know.
The Rock?
The Rock.
You think he's a good actor?
I think he's brilliant.
Really?
Yeah. The Rock, he's a cool cat. Doesn't put himself in a jam. Doesn't get caught up in the politics, the fucking nerdy Hollywood politics. The Rock just kind of stays chill. Doesn't fucking do the little thing where he filmed himself telling you what to do about climate change. Meanwhile, he's on his jet. Like, he doesn't do that shit. And I like that.
He was like, I mean, he made all his money in wrestling, right? That's where he became
I don't think so.
real. Well, now acting,
they own him.
obviously.
Vince McMahon
I'm
made
just
money.
saying that's where he became a celebrity, famous.
Of course, yeah, no doubt.
The Rock.
He was playing
huge, right, as a wrestler. I know
Yes.
he was a football player at Miami and all that.
Yeah, but that doesn't count. And his daddy was too. But he was a gigantic wrestler. But Vince McMahon owns The Rock.
Right.
So he gets that just like Stone
What do you
Cold.
mean he owns The Rock?
He owns a name. Now, The Rock might have had something different in his contract, but Vince McMahon owns you. If you're going out there and selling Stone Cold Steve Austin, no, you're not. That goes to Vinny. You got to sell Steve Austin. You got to sell Dwayne Johnson instead of The Rock. He owns The Rock. Vince McMahon does.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. Wrestling's hardcore,
Is Vince
homeboy.
McMahon still alive? He just died?
No, he just, I think he gave it up. He had a couple lawsuits from some women folk, you know. And but that guy's a brilliant man too. Vince McMahon is brilliant. He's a fucking business entrepreneur that put this thing together from back in the day and made it what it is today. And, you know, it was interesting. They went through different little I wasn't a big wrestler, but like the Attitude Era when Stone Cold coming out, stunning cats, and the Undertaker and shit, like that was fucking cool. I don't watch wrestling now.
I think you could be a professional wrestler.
I don't
No, you
want to.
seriously should think about that.
Why?
Because it kind of fits your personality and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not big enough.
You don't think you could do that?
No, I don't got the look.
Really?
No. Yeah, really. I like playing pro hockey, Andy.
Oh, I'm talking about like right when your career would have ended. Yeah, if you would have transitioned into wrestling,
That's just a stupid thing to say.
no, it's not.
I mean, it's just a dumb thing to say. Why would I do that?
Well, you could have made a lot of money
Oh, really?
in the WWE.
Fuck that. You'd have to start from the beginning, man. You ever watch that shit?
Dude,
talk about the nasty ass.
They entertain you. They're entertainers.
Yeah, I know. I know what it is.
Yeah.
But I'm not starting from scratch and now riding buses just like a fucking band that hasn't got it shit together yet. Where you're fucking sleeping in goddamn Range Rover like gas stations, like the
RVs?
Ranger gas station, where you got to shower in a fucking gas station, or you got to go to a goddamn park to shower when you're a little Winnebago that's shitty as fuck, and you're making nothing, and one guy gets sick in your band, you're all sick, and you got to go perform in front of 100 people maybe. You're gonna grind that? I'm not doing that. That's what you have to do in wrestling too, man. You gotta go to classes, then you gotta wrestle in front of, like in St. Louis, they'll have it like that shitty ass Stratford Inn hotel where guys are doing heroin two fucking floors over, and now you got a wrestling where they're hitting the top of the thing, and it's fucking fuck that. Break my neck. I'm not athletic anymore.
You think they're doing heroin right before they go
At the Stratford? Fucking right. That place went down.
Oh, the people
right
who
off
stay
44?
there?
Yeah. That
Okay.
place was a fucking meth den. They tore it down.
No,
Stratford Inn on
only thing
44.
I disagree with. I think you would have made a great wrestler.
Yeah,
Dude.
Andy, I know you said that already.
Okay.
Like, you know,
So,
there's all,
and it's not too late.
I ain't doing shit. I just want to get big, and I don't need to be athletic. You know.
What else did you do this weekend? Anything else that's interesting or no?
I mean
Yeah, I don't know if you were putting any post on Instagram. I don't know if I saw anything that you guys
I didn't post. Dude, I'm not posting shit on Mardi Gras.
Oh my God.
I'm not fucking posting any of that. But I will say this, though.
I saw some other people post some stuff of you.
Yeah, and so
Mardi Gras.
like Kate, like, you know, will look, and there's like, you know, girls will be like, hey, take a picture. It's like, okay, but like you'll see it and they'll tag you in it, so this pops up, and if you're not there, like she's just probably like, okay, it just doesn't look good, but it's not like you're doing anything nefarious. It's like you're just there in front of people and you're just taking pictures.
Dude, you're doing nothing
just
wrong.
doing nothing wrong.
No.
And here's another thing too, by the way. I'm so weirded out. I just don't want to piss Kate off. I just don't. Like, it ruins everything if she's mad at me. Like, it ages me so bad. It truly does. And I swear to God that, like,
Why doesn't she go with you?
well, because that's kind of like a guy, just like, just get it done, get paid, get the fuck out of there. Like, she didn't need to go. Like, it is what it is. But like, there's a couple of people, you know, like these women will come up to you and be like, can you sign this? I'm like, yeah. And they'll bend over in front of you and say, okay, do it on my back. I go, girl, I can't do it.
Sign their back?
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about? Like, they'll like be like, okay, sign.
Yeah.
Here,
Is it
sign
a
it. Here.
shirt?
She'll be like,
Well, are you signing their skin or are you signing their...
they'll have something, a picture. And we're all standing there, so there's no table to sign it on.
Right.
And she'll be like, sign it on my back.
Oh.
And bend over in front of me.
Okay, no.
And I'm like, no, whoa, no. And a couple of other guys, like, they don't give a fuck. But I'm like, no, because I know somebody's going to get that. So somebody's going to get that, and they fucking post that. Kate would lose her fucking mind.
So what do you tell her to do?
I go,
in
no,
that
I can't. Here,
situation?
I'll just sign it, girl. I don't need to do that. My wife will kill me. Blah, blah, blah. Let's be honest.
Okay.
My wife will fucking kill me.
Yeah.
The optics of that is terrible. My wife would lose her fucking mind. If a lady bending over where I'm...
Even knowing the situation.
Yeah, but that's ridiculous. I got to back away from that. I still signed it, but just I can't be in that situation.
Yeah.
Man, I really think about it, dude, because I just don't want her mad at me,
I'm glad
man.
I'm glad she owns you.
She's been through a
like
lot with
that.
me, Andy.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
she's been through a lot. Like
There's
a lot of shit.
She's like that thing that's on your shoulder.
I know.
She reminds you.
So imagine this.
Yes.
So what if your girl was out and doing things, and there's pictures of her with dudes and stuff like that?
No,
you'd be like, what the fuck?
No.
Is this? But on the other hand, like, I played. Like, I get invited to do fun things, and they pay for me to do it. And like, what do you want me to do about that? Not go? Like, that's just part of the perks of what we do.
Of course.
So you gotta play it cool. But man, if I saw pictures of her with dudes like hanging, I'd be like, fuck. This like, what is that? So
Right.
it's all good. But
what would you do if you saw pictures of her with?
I mean, she's
You wouldn't care.
not really.
Yeah,
It depends on what it is.
No,
Like, it depends
I'm
on
glad
with
you're
some
I'm
guy.
glad you're
Like,
conscious
is he
of
wheeling
that.
you? Like, is he gonna wheel you? Like, I don't think so. But if it looks stupid and makes me look like a jackass, I'd be like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? But if it's just like whatever, it's just different. It's just different.
A couple of things on the prediction board. Eric Carlson. I shouldn't even say this is a prediction. Whatever. This has been reported. I think that people think that Edmonton's the front runner. They got to move Puljujärvi. They also got to move another contract to make that happen. Dylan Larkin. I'm told that they're only about $500,000 apart right now, and they will get this thing done at the last minute.
Okay.
Stevie has that way. But I will say this about Larkin, too. I like Larkin. Some teams, I don't think value him nearly as high as others, or as high as the Red Wings, or as high as many may think. You know what I'm saying?
Well, like what?
I think they're just like, okay, he's a really good player, but is he a superstar? Is he a game changer? Is he $9 million a year?
I don't know. That's a lot of coin. What's his stats? How many points did you got?
No, he puts up good numbers.
Like what?
Like nothing crazy though. But I think that it'll be hard for him to walk away from Steve Yzerman. He's never played outside of the state of Michigan. Like he went to Michigan.
Isn't that something?
He grew up in Michigan.
That's cool.
Played at the program in Michigan.
USA program.
He's never played outside of Michigan. You think he's leaving? I don't think so. Over 500,000. Over 500. Maybe he's like, man, I don't know. Yeah, you're right.
Sometimes it's nice to get the fuck
away. But he's the man there, dude.
Yeah, that's true.
That's one thing I'll say. And I think Doug Armstrong pointed this out earlier in the year. Like you may be the man in one location, but you can't go to another team expecting to walk in and be the man all the time. And there's very few that can.
Not actually, very, 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 very few.
Normally,
meaning you have to be a monster big dog.
Correct.
And we've talked to guys about this. Even like a guy like Mikey Keene, who we love, who doesn't want to come on because he doesn't do any of them, but he's an awesome guy. I'm supposed to go to his fantasy camp up in Winnipeg, but I can't do it because I'm in Florida. But even Mikey Keene came in Blues locker room, won Stanley Cups, did his thing. He said, I remember talking. He's like, I think I was just over a little too much.
Yeah.
Like he had a bunch of stars on this team. There might have been too much personality, or maybe somebody needed to sit back and let other people do it. Kind of like what Holy did when he went to Dallas. But not too many people.
It did not work out with Mike Keene.
I know.
He almost came across like he was too good for the Blues because he had won cups. And I think he did rub people the wrong way from that standpoint. You had a lot of like alpha males.
That's what I mean.
In the Blues dressing room
let
at
the
that
alpha
time.
males do their thing and just go play.
And so you may be the guy with your team, but then now, like if you're Vladimir Tarasenko, you walk into the New York Rangers dressing room. Now you're just a piece of the puzzle that they hope helps get them over the top. Like you already have Panarin there. You've got that core group of players with Zibanejad and everybody else, man. Kreider and Trouba, all of them. Adam Fox.
Like you have to prove yourself again. It's like, so what? You were great with one team.
You have respect. You have the instant respect, but you're not
walking in peacocking around.
But let's face it, like Vladimir Tarasenko in St. Louis, man, they're catering to him.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, what does Vladdy need?
Yeah.
Whatever Vladdy needs, Vladdy gets. Yep. Vladdy wants this. So they're catering because he's the established superstar on the team,
he's
right?
Been there for a long time.
He's drafted, but you're walking in. It's not the same. They're going to respect you and treat you well.
You got to prove yourself.
It's not
again.
the same. Yeah.
You got to prove yourself again.
Well, they have their other
guys
that get that.
Well,
treatment.
I know, but like you can't just come out like, well, do something for us, and maybe like in a couple weeks or something, you could like set up that meeting or whatever the fuck it is. But even like Kaner going somewhere, like, great, I know what you've done. Mm-hmm. This year's been weird for you. We got superstars on this team. You can't come in here barking and chirping guys in the first fucking period of the first game he played.
Yeah, but that's not his personality.
I know.
Patrick Kane, but he is that next level.
He is, but even him going into the locker room, I know it's not his personality. It'd still be awkward. I think. You
think?
If he started like demanding things because I'm Patrick Kane, well, fuck yeah.
If anybody did that,
not everybody. Like, I think Wayne, although he wouldn't, could do that. Like big guys could go into a different locker room and be like, all right, like you guys fucking like you need me. I know that. Like I'm a big dog. Like there's a couple guys, but not many. That's why I said very, very, very few. So you still got to prove yourself.
But I'm sure.
Guys.
But Ryan O'Reilly walks in there and like instant like. They're just like they, you know what I'm saying, like he's a guy that he just fits in right away.
Totally, but that's his personality.
Yeah.
But he's not like coming on like I'm changing the music.
No,
you know, I'm in the back of the bus.
Nola Chari, like no maintenance.
No maintenance.
You can say, hey, listen, all you Leaf fans out there, all my people in Ottawa, I'll say what's up to my people in Saskatchewan too right now on the truck. But the Ottawans, don't be shocked if all of a sudden Nola Chari is like having just as much of an impact on the roster. You don't have anybody like him.
I like him, man.
They've got the bunting and whatever, but Nola Chari like plays through you and can score.
I know you're not a betting man, but if you had to throw coin down, a lot of coin, like game-changing coin that could fuck you and your family over. Little Ty can't have nice skates anymore. Hell, he might not even play hockey because you have to throw coin down. Are the Leafs going to make it out of the first round? If you had to right now.
No.
Oh, Andy, there it is. You're pissing them off up there, boy.
I don't think they are.
Tampa, man.
They might, but they better.
If you had coin that affected Ty.
Well, no. How could I pick? If I had to make that type of...
Well, they just got a couple good players.
Okay. But if you're asking me like this, they haven't done it in the last...
I'm just asking. The Blues hadn't won a Stanley Cup.
I know. At some point in time, Toronto is going to get out of the first round.
How's their goalie situation?
I don't know.
I don't know. That's a tough one, man.
Tampa's good.
Battle ready. They are. They're battle ready.
And that's when they'll be, in the first round, like they'll be
mean. So, I would be. I'd be bullish mean if I'm Tampa. Pushing guys.
I'm not like anti-Toronto. I'd love to see Toronto like find a way to go deep.
Too.
I think it'd be great for the NHL.
I think so too.
And I'll tell you this, they just got a lot better. They didn't have this type of character on the team, I'll tell you that. Like O'Reilly's different, dude.
He knows how to win.
He
knows how to win.
How he goes about his business, man, like how he prepares, like it rubs off on everybody.
Well, that's what I mean. He's going to be there early, doing his little fucking tappy poo against the thing with the ball and do this and do that, get his hand-eye coordination ready to go. And like some of the guys still, man, they have so much skill. They might walk in that locker room and don't have like a nice workout they do before every practice and stuff like that. And you're looking at this dude who's a Conn Smythe Stanley Cup fucking winner, and he's doing all this extra shit. And you, who haven't done shit, you're not doing that? No, you are now.
But after practice,
practice, so they're going to look at him like, whoa, this motherfucker.
Ryan O'Reilly, like he was like the director of player developments for the Blues, basically. Like, I mean, dude, he had full on, like they would have practice, and then after practice would be the O'Reilly practice. And he's literally like,
that's right.
He's literally running drills. Even when assistant coaches are over there, he's running the drill.
I know.
Like, and demonstrating what they're doing.
Do the extra shit, man.
Yep.
Yeah. So hopefully that rubs off on some of these cats. Because sometimes, man, when you're really good, you don't change much, right? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like Austin Matthews, I don't know what his workout is. I don't know how his effort, like, I don't know. He might be crazy like that, too. I don't know. Mitchie Marnie, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Some of those,
well, whatever they're doing, it's working.
In the regular season?
I know. I'm just saying. Yeah.
No, actually, it's not working.
You're saying because they haven't won in the playoffs.
No, they haven't.
Yeah.
With that lineup?
Right.
No, that's not working.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Dubas is going all in. He's like, fuck this, my last year, fuck this. We got to try something. But how many more forwards you need?
Yeah, they needed a defenseman.
They need a fucking defenseman.
Right.
How much cap room do they have? Jesus Christ.
I think they play under like different rules.
They got guys making like $30 million a year. Well, 12.
But they may lose Marner and Matthews in like a year from now.
What is he going to get?
They may have to move Matthews this summer.
What's he going to get?
I don't know.
What do you think, Andy?
Oh,
what do you think?
It's 13 mil.
Okay. 13?
Well, yeah, he's probably going to.
13.
He's the guy that when he signs, it'll be the next highest paid contract in the league. You know
More
what I'm
than
saying?
McDavid?
Yeah. McDavid's at, like 12.5, whatever.
McKinnon's the highest right now. Okay. So he'll be the next size.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes
how
sense.
it works.
Yeah, that's how it works. You guys are all in the same kind of, like or McDavid's still probably the best of the best.
Mm-hmm.
You know, any given night, anybody could pull off this crazy shit because they're so skilled. But that's how it goes, man.
Yeah.
Your contract was up. You signed it.
And then
McKinnon's contract was up at the right time. He signed a big deal. Now,
and then the next big dog.
the next big dog would be.
You know, like Pasternak is a.
That's right. Past him.
You know, it's like, I don't know, man. You feel like they're going to get that done. The problem is Boston, they can't do anything else probably until they get that done.
I get that.
You know what I mean?
Pasta. I just keep
But
thinking him with Happy Gilmore at the All-Star game.
Why would he
Like, what the
leave?
fuck
Why
is
would
that?
he leave there, you know?
Man, Boston's cool. They're loaded. You got a badass coach. People love you there. Like, what the fuck?
You get the 8th year.
Do your thing. You know, I'd stay there.
So you're
That's
gonna,
you,
So you're
Pasta.
going to get more money there than anywhere else anyway. But
Yeah, man. Boston. I wouldn't leave that organization.
you never know what a player's relationship is like behind the scenes with the whole organization. You just never know. Like,
Well, I'm sure he gets treated pretty damn good.
I would think so, yeah.
Doing big time commercials for fucking Dunkin' Donuts.
know.
Like you're in the spotlight every fucking night.
Yeah.
Huge market. They love you.
Yeah.
Come on. Sometimes it's not. The grass ain't greener on the other side, Andy.
Yeah, but he's a guy.
It ain't greener. I'd stay there. Badass.
That's a tough loss if you lose him.
Oh, hell yeah. That's a big
Are you
hole,
seeing
dude.
what this kid, what Trent Frederick is doing right now?
Dominating?
Dude, his contract is up too. So
What do you think he's going to get? We love him. St. Louis
Trent?
kid, by the way.
well,
He got his brother coming to Nashville with us, too.
yeah. You know what I would do? I would give him term and
$1 million?
million for Trent Frederick.
800?
Dude, he's got like 13 goals right now on the season.
$2.5 million?
North of 3.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
north of 3.
All right. In that organization?
And I bet you they would probably want to sign him to term. You
Yeah.
know, like 7-8 years, bring the AAV down, just lock him up.
All right.
But I don't know if he'd want that or a shorter deal.
Is he
then
piss
go back.
pumping guy still? Is he fighting still?
Yeah, well, he's just I mean,
He's just in the face of everybody.
just plays hard, but now he's scoring the goals too. So
God, make sure he doesn't listen to this podcast. Me saying $1 million. God damn it!
I can't believe
Don't
you
even edit that
insult
out.
him like
I
that.
know.
You just asked
Trent,
him.
I love you, man. My bad on that, homie.
He's already making over $1 million
I
right
invited
now.
his brother.
Yeah, but he's making over $1 million right now.
Okay.
And Cam's saying his next contract he should make 800.
You don't have to edit that. We love you, Trent. I'm taking your brother
Hey, Cam,
next.
don't be surprised if TSN calls you to be their insider next, like
Man, I don't want to be.
on July 1st.
I don't want to be. Think I want to do that and sit there and talk about shit? Fuck that.
You keep talking like that, you're going to end up getting a job.
I don't give a shit. I'm chilling, man. Oh, sorry, I missed that one. It is what it is.
800 for Trent Frederick.
I know. Good God. Send him that clip.
Although, as we said, I think we talked about this. Like, if the Blues were to trade Barbashev
Yeah.
to
Maybe get him back.
get him,
It's a
back.
lot of money for a guy that's still on the. Is he on the fourth line?
I'd
Third?
hate to see him leave with a chance to win a Stanley Cup, though.
Yeah, no shit. How about Clayton Keller?
Oh my God, I think he just loves it out there.
I do too.
You know what I'm saying?
He said the GM's not going to be happy.
I know.
What
I was like, attaboy, Clayton.
are they going to do?
Clayton comes across as quiet and whatever, but I think,
Oh, he's witty. He's funny.
but I think from a hockey standpoint, you know, when he's in that environment, the
Yeah.
hockey environment behind the scene with his teammates,
Yeah, he's
that
running
was
the
a little
show.
more. He's running the show.
Fuck
He-
yeah, he
I heard he runs the show in Arizona.
You should. You're the big boy.
Yeah.
Run the show. It's a young team, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man.
But he built the sick house
Yeah.
and all that. He's
Yeah.
just, you know, I think some people would say, oh, he must hate it there because they never make the playoffs. But I think he's just loving
I
it.
know. Sometimes it's
Now, he knows he's a competitor. He's going to want to win at some point.
exactly.
And
Because he'd be a big time. Like Clayton's a big dog, but
Yeah.
you're not because
it's just a great lifestyle out
it's a
there.
great
is what I'm
lifestyle,
saying.
but like sometimes you just want to like get a little more attention too.
Right. Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe when you get older, you don't care
I
as
think
much.
he's, you know, hopefully they're going to be able to put together a winner at some point.
They need to do something.
Because, like, that's
Because
like,
it ain't working.
because I'll say that about, like, St. Louis, for example. They're not looking to be like a Jersey, Buffalo, Detroit, Arizona, all these teams
yeah.
that went like 6+ years of missing the playoffs.
That can't happen.
Like they're going to be able. No, they can't even like sustain that in this market.
No,
Miss the playoffs for
Spinning up to the cap.
6 years in a row. Are you kidding me?
No.
So
yeah.
So this is like, hey, start. Whatever their plan, which is what they're doing. They're getting such a head start, man. They've got like 10 picks in the first 3 rounds over the course of the next 2 years, man.
Damn, boy.
And Doug Armstrong, what did I say? As long as he's at the helm, it's probably, to have an experienced general manager to be able to kind of get you out of the situation or navigate you through the situation. This is where having an experienced GM matters. You know what I'm saying?
Man, my brain's not working today.
Mine wasn't either. Early in the show,
not.
I want to apologize to everybody out there.
Guys.
I was just not. I came straight from the rink. My head was just in all different places.
You're fucking sniffly.
Well, the guy next to
What
me
have you
is
been doing?
sneezing and coughing all over.
God.
me.
God, my brain
Can
today,
I tell you
though.
something that happened at the end of the game today? A very emotional scene. As there was a kid on the other team whose dad just passed away like 2 days ago, and he played in the game. And his coaches had told our coaches prior to the game that this kid was playing. So after the game, our kids presented that kid with the game puck.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
See, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Of all the crazy ass hockey stories with youth hockey and fucking people yelling and shit and crazy shit,
There's a lot of positive.
There's a lot of good, but no one gives a fuck about that.
Yeah.
They want to hear the bullshit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I like that, man. Good.
Yeah.
Present that to the kid. I like that.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah. And I'm barbecuing today.
Oh, is it barbecue season?
Hey, it's getting there.
Listen, I was going to ask if you could do me a favor.
What?
Can you come, clean my grill? Help me clean the grill.
What kind of stupid ass question is that?
Seriously. would you come over and help? No, because you have to professionally
Why
clean
would
it.
Why would
There's
I
a
do that?
certain way you have to do it.
No, man, you can just spray it down and clean it goddamn
Will you
thing
come
off.
do it?
Or you just light it and let it burn off. Just clean up the fucking grease shit. Just take it apart one day, clean it up, put it back together, then let it burn.
Because this is my first winter that it's had to go through, my Traeger.
Man, you're not cooking shit anyway.
As a Traeger ambassador.
You need to clean out because you got carrots on there. You're not even cooking fucking anything anyway.
I guarantee you this summer we're having you over for a little barbecue.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
100%. But you tell me to come over and clean your fucking grate out. You're nuts.
No, you can. There's a certain way you have to do it.
I'm barbecuing today.
Are you?
That.
What are you making?
I'm just going to keep it simple, cheap and simple, and
Chicken.
just chicken thigh sound bitch. Them good old chicken thighs. They're cheap as fuck, bone in, crispy ass fucking skin. Load that skin up, get it all salted in, a crisp up. Take your time. I put it on the Weber. It's cheap and it's damn good. Damn good food. Chicken thighs. I've said this before. That's what I'm going to do today with a bunch of veggies. I need to get healthy. I party pretty good on the weekend.
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you excited for the trade deadline?
Yeah, actually I am, because I think the NHL doesn't disappoint for the most part. I like, not necessarily controversy, which is kind of interesting when you have to do a podcast and radio show and stuff like that, but I like interesting things. I want some shit to go down. I want to see different players in different jerseys. I want to see superstars playing for different teams trying to compete. Let's go. The Blues are doing their part. Fucking Rangers are doing their shit. Anybody else want to step up and do something? Entertain us.
Tarasenko will score a couple of clutch goals for the Rangers in the playoffs. I just feel it.
Okay. Was that a hot take? Is that a hot take?
No,
of course.
saying,
I think you will too.
I'm just saying,
they're loaded.
He will end up being a.
He
will end up being a really good fit there, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I know
it's still not a hot take. I get that. 100% he's going to do that, man. That's what he does.
Did I say it was a hot take?
No, but you act like it was. You're like, here's what I'm predicting. Well, yeah, he's going to score some big goals.
I mean, you're acting like I'm saying that's like a hot take.
You kind of did.
He scored last night, and I'm just thinking, this guy's going to score some big goals in the playoffs.
No shit, he is.
Well, that's never a guarantee.
Kind of with him, if he's healthy, he's going to do that.
I'm just saying, in terms of fitting in with all those stars, man.
Who do you want to see win the cup? Who do you want to see win the cup?
Wow, that is a great question.
Who? I put you on the spot.
Man, well, I've got to think.
I put you on the spot.
I got to think about
Jesus.
all the matchups. Dude.
You're slowed down today.
I
What'd you
am
do?
very slow today.
I fucking partied all weekend. What the
Yeah.
fuck did you do?
Had a long weekend.
Like what? Did you get down with it?
No, not really. No.
You're slowed
No.
down.
I know
today,
what
dude.
happened.
You sound like you're a fucking party.
Now
Sniffle,
now you feel me
sniffy.
coming to life. Who do I want to see win the Stanley Cup?
Ooh, Andy.
Ooh, it is. I don't know. I just can't. I'm not like a fan of like any. But I will. Let me think of an answer for you.
I got 3.
Okay.
Again, I don't give a fuck.
Carolina.
Really.
Mhm.
I don't want that. I like that organization. I like Roddy DeBod. This, that, and
Los
the other.
Angeles.
No, I don't want that either. It's not good. It needs to be loud.
And they're not loud.
They're not loud.
I know
Carolina's
that.
not loud.
I'm just saying.
Even Tampa's not really loud. Like I'm done with them too, and I love them.
I know.
But I want the motherfucking Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
Now the Devils aren't totally loud, but they're still in that big. I like it because I got to root for my Devils, man.
Yeah.
The fans, they've been going through shit, and they went through 2 decades of excellence.
Mm-hmm.
But once you get shit on for fucking 7 years, they deserve it, man. And I
The
love them.
Rangers would be the team for
And
me,
Toronto,
but
dude.
I just
And in
didn't.
Toronto.
Yeah.
I want Toronto to go far.
Uh-huh.
I do. I want them to go far. I want them to be entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
I want them to be loud. And it just you could talk about
I
it.
want to
dude.
see Boston win the Stanley Cup, dude. I do.
Again. They just Boston.
That's
wins.
my answer.
That's good because
That
it's
is my
so good.
answer because I really like this team.
I do.
I
Jim
want to
Montgomery.
see Patrice Bergeron go out on top. I want to see Krejci go out on top. I want to see my guy Jim Montgomery come back and win a Stanley Cup.
Who don't you want to win? I say Dallas.
I don't like to say that.
I don't want
you know
Colorado again.
It wouldn't kill me to see Edmonton win the Stanley Cup.
Oh, that'd be cool too.
To see
I
McDavid,
know. Exactly.
see Connor McDavid in a
They
Stanley
better
Cup
fucking-
final.
What do they got? What do you think they got to do?
They're gonna.
what do you gotta get?
They need to add a defenseman.
No shit. Who are you gonna get?
Carlson.
Chikrin, Carlson. They let up a lot of goals.
Hey.
They let up a lot. You get Carlson.
Dude, I don't like these teams just sitting these players out. I'm glad you brought up Chikrin and just waiting for a trade.
I know. Is
It's
he
like
that
so
good?
stupid. I don't know. Like if Chikrin was
Heard a
making
lot.
6.5 or 7 million, would everybody be going crazy? Probably not.
How
But
long's
he
his deal?
comes in
3
with a
more
good
years?
contract, and he is a good player. Gets hurt,
It's weird to evaluate guys
but
on
to
bad
answer your
teams.
question, yes, he is good, and I agree with that. Sometimes it can be bad.
It's hard to evaluate guys on bad teams.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got Clayton Keller cruising around like what's up, but sometimes with a defenseman, it's like I don't know.
Yeah,
Like
you're
there's-
right.
There's not a bad team. It's like they're just loosey goosey.
Right.
It's not. I don't know, man. I could be completely wrong on that. I haven't seen him play.
He's got a
enough,
good
I'm not gonna lie
contract.
to you. He's got a good contract, but I'd like to see Edmonton. I get what you're saying. I'll give you another one. And this.
Oh, can I just finish my thought?
Sure.
Because these guys that sit out,
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about?
LeBron.
No, well, that's basically kind of what it is. I understand sitting a player if there's a trade that's imminent. Like, you got to protect the asset.
Yeah.
But if it's not, like, you're just sitting them out. I heard Chikrin isn't even with the team, dude.
What's he doing?
I don't know.
Golfing.
Like, he's not even with the team the whole time.
What is that then? That's so goofy.
So I think there's got to be a rule that's put in place where it's got to be like a 2 or 3 game max. Otherwise, you
Okay.
have to play the player.
I get that.
Don't just sit them out.
I get that. That
And-
makes sense.
And,
That's
you know,
fine.
like, especially with, like, you know, what's at stake right now, you know, like with the first overall pick and all that, man. Like, it's like other teams probably don't like it.
Where's that son bitch going, you think?
Bedard.
Where is
You
he
need to, like,
going?
redo your take on him because you were kind of getting crushed.
Andy, I don't give a fuck. Like, that's my take. Again, don't take me seriously. I don't know this kid. Like, I watch his highlights and stuff like that, but I'm not watching him consistently. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm out in Canada. But, like, is he going to be better than Austin Matthews? I said, I don't know. And you're like, yeah, he is. Like, oh, that's 60 fucking goals. Like, okay. So my take's
all
that
I'm
bad?
saying is there will always be a next one.
Yeah, I know. But what
You
kind
know,
of next one is this?
I don't know. He's coming in with next one hype.
Is it Mario next
He's coming
one?
in with next one hype, so is he next one or not next one?
I don't know. But my take,
Is he the next one?
I don't know.
Dude, I got
Jesus.
crushed for saying
the fucking
Adam
Fox.
Fox
Who cares?
that I'd take him over McCarr. I want to, like, I'm not taking it back at all because I love Adam Fox. What did I say? I think he might be the smartest player in the
Yeah,
league.
you did say
He is. And people think it's like crazy. Like he did win the Norris, and he'll probably be a Norris finalist again this year. I mean, I don't know.
Well, what if he wins
It's not
the
that
Cup?
crazy. But I mean, I don't know if I'd take anybody in the league actually over McCarr at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, you backpedaling
no,
motherfucker.
no, I would take Fox.
We posted that.
No, I'm saying
You hurt the brand a little bit because guys,
no.
you're talking about me getting beat. No, everybody like laughs at me. I don't give a fuck.
Hold
but they
on.
take you seriously. You are the insider.
I would-
You could chirp me
yeah,
all you want. Like,
yeah,
Cam,
yeah.
Toronto's gonna. Yeah, they know I'm a goofball, and I go up there and I just bring the heat for them. No, they're listening to you.
what I am saying is
so now you're backpedaling.
Not at all.
Yeah, you are.
I'm saying this guy's maybe the smartest player in the league, and I'd even take him over McCarr. But then I look at it like McCarr. I don't want to like act like I don't respect what he brings to the table, dude. Like he could be the best player in the
I
league.
think everybody
you know
knows
what I mean?
that. I think people know that.
yeah.
You're not this. You're
But
not saying Cal McCarr.
But that was my take, dude. And
Eric Brewer or something.
And I stand behind that take.
Yeah, you're beaking me for a Bedard take that no one even knows. When you're telling, like, and you're fucking Adam Fox in it, and people are like, "What the fuck?" But I don't. Who cares, man? Like, I see all this shit on
Did you
Facebook
see this
anyway.
pass? Go look at this pass that Fox made to Zibanejad the other night.
All right, I'll look at it right
Like
now.
it was
Let me look real
just,
quick.
like just to give you a glimpse.
Yeah, I know,
Nobody
man.
else is
Listen,
doing.
they all make
he
good
doesn't
passes.
skate around like
Well-
McCarr. Doesn't bring the same type of flash. Doesn't put up maybe as high offensive numbers.
Can I
but
bring a hot
he's
take? Who's
fucking
another
good.
team I want to see win the Stanley Cup that might piss people off? Who do you think I'm thinking of? Who do you think I'm
Why you
thinking?
keep putting me on the spot to answer all
Because
these
we're trying to
questions?
entertain the people. Like, so if a guy
Who am
from
I thinking of?
Saskatchewan
You
is
could be-
driving his truck.
You could be thinking of anything right now.
Well, what team would you think I'm thinking of that would piss people off for me to see
Toronto.
them? No. Seattle.
Nobody's pissed off in Seattle.
They
to
don't
hear
want-
that.
No. People in the fan base are going to be like, no, Cam. You want them to win the fucking Stanley Cup second 2 years into the goddamn
No,
thing? I think
no.
people would be like, fuck that. You need to earn it. Especially people in Toronto, especially people in Edmonton, especially people all over the fucking place.
I wouldn't be surprised if Seattle just crumbles down the stretch.
That could be the case too, homie. It
Like
totally can be the case.
I want to like when there's like real pressure. The game is now going to get turned up after the trade deadline. The level of play, the pressure,
the hits, the
physicality,
meanness, like,
you know, and
pressure, all that
how are they going to handle it? And they may prove that they can handle it just fine, and they're going to be good.
or not. But I like.
And Vince Dunn's going to get paid too. He's having
Yeah,
a
he
hell
is.
of a season.
Yeah, he is. Well, he's gonna make 800. You think?
You probably think so. Cam probably thinks he's going to make like 1.5.
I'm an insider. Call me up. I'll let you know what's going on. No, man, I don't know. Like, he'll probably make $6 million. Is that fair?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
pretty good, Cam.
See,
Maybe I
I'm
don't
an
know because
insider.
he's
You like that, Brody?
He's over 4 right now, like so he's gonna be getting.
Fuck, he is, isn't he? He's over $4 million.
Yeah.
6.5.
He may be right at 4 somewhere. Like he's in that range.
So
I
he's
forgot
making pretty
exactly.
damn good money right now. I didn't know he was making 4.
Yeah,
Well, he's fucking out there the whole game. I feel like he's like
they had to sign him right after he was up. I think the year that they
Yeah.
brought him on board in the expansion draft.
Yeah. I get you, man. A lot of things
maybe
coming
the
up in the
next
NHL. All y'all out there, man. We'll see what happens. Listen, I'll be tweeting stuff out about what I hear and about contract negotiations.
Follow Cam.
I don't even tweet.
You should
Fuck
do
Twitter.
a live chat.
Man, every
that
time I
day.
go on fucking Twitter anyway, man, I don't see
Brody, can we set that up? Or Cam's doing Cam the wrestler? Cam, you should
Yeah.
Cam Bam. Isn't that what they call
Bam
him?
Bam?
Bam Bam.
Yeah.
You would have been
Bam Bam,
the
the
original
wrestler.
Bam Bam, dude.
He's an insider too. No, I'm not.
Would you do a live chat that day?
Yeah, I'd be like, listen, here's what I'm hearing. Trent Frederick's getting 800 for 2 years.
That's what you said.
Yeah, I know, and I'm an
How
idiot.
are you going to disrespect him?
I
like
didn't
that?
mean it like that. I'm taking his brother, man. I'm supporting the family. I saw those two guys were cruising around. I saw that on Insta.
Who's on my line, dude?
I'll let you know, motherfucker. Like, you're asking a lot of questions. They're still like a month away, man. I
Hey,
could always
shout
call
out to
my
the
boy and
Bruins.
say, I got another guy that wants to come in.
Shout out to the Bruins for having siblings day.
Yeah, that was cool. That was
Like
really goddamn
I've never
cool.
seen anyone do that before.
That was really cool.
Now there's always a circumstance like they've never even had a dad's
Oh, really?
trip with a lot of these dads. I don't think so.
And that was one of the coolest things I've ever done was be able to take my mom and dad on the jet by themselves without any other families twice because I bought it in an auction for
Yeah.
the casino night.
Yeah.
That was cool, man.
Oh, by the way, your brother became friends with me on Facebook.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You look at this conspiracy theories?
No, I have not. I haven't clicked on it yet.
You're letting them wait?
No, I clicked on the friend request and I accepted it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
he's
haven't
probably
looked on
craving
his.
that.
So I'm glad the family is now like we're all friends.
We're all
over
friends.
here.
We're all family now.
Family.
I don't even fucking. My Twitter is so.
My Facebook. Listen, I never post on Facebook.
I just do all of it. My Facebook. If I post a clip of something, dude, on my Facebook page, it fucking blows up. Depending on what it is, like Facebook, you can still
I didn't know if people still go there.
I hate Twitter. Like I do. Like I look at Twitter now, and I gotta. It's so fucking clusterfucked to where I don't even see your tweets anymore. All I see is negativity. All I see on here now, even more than usual, is like fights in the streets and shit, like clown world shit, like crazy stuff. I don't see anything. All you guys I follow to get like information, it's all chaotic political stuff.
Yeah.
And I stopped following politics like years ago because I thought my algorithm was gonna get fucked.
Yeah.
And so like I just gotta revamp. I gotta delete everybody I follow and just pick and choose who I want. I can't get shit on there, and I hate it.
Yeah.
I truly do. I can't. I could look at it for 5 minutes, scrolling down, and not see one thing that I'm interested in. It's all weird. I don't know what the fuck it is, man. But my algorithm's fucked up. I don't see anything like sports wise. It's all world crazy shit. And you're like, well, stop following this. No, I don't. I specifically don't follow.
Why do you
political
follow
people.
all these crazy people?
I don't. No, it's just popping up.
I know. I feel like a lot of stuff just pops up.
It pops up now.
Yeah.
I don't follow them. Why are you there? So anyway,
Follow my Instagram if you'd.
follow our Instagrams.
Yeah. If you'd like to get.
Cam Strick, mine.
I don't
Andy's.
post even a ton on Twitter either. Outside.
Yeah, you do.
Do I?
Yes, you do. Jesus Christ! Look at my Twitter feed and look at yours. Twitter's just so like people's opinion. Like this is what I think about things, and maybe I'm like I don't give a fuck. I like to see you are snorting, dude.
Go ahead.
What's wrong with you?
I'm fine. It's Monday.
I'll fucking drug test you, boy.
It's Monday.
You don't look good.
Really.
Let me see your eyes. Oh, they're beat up a little. What happened to you?
I'm tired. I had to get up at 6 this morning
Jesus.
to go to the rink.
Fucking dragging
Yeah,
ass.
last night. You know,
Damn.
every day of the weekend.
How about you say,
I get up at like
can't
6.
Can't you like
to go to the rink?
Like can't you just like say no one bug me? I'm gonna take a nap.
Like on a day like today?
I don't know.
No chance.
Yeah.
I can't. We have another game at 2:00, and then my daughter has soccer practice tonight.
Do you have to go to soccer
I
practice?
have to take her
and drop her off,
and then pick her up.
Well, that's fine. That's 5 minutes down the road.
No,
10 minutes down the road.
15 probably.
Okay, ain't bad.
So,
Hey, to come home and kick your feet up a little bit.
dude, my daughter over the weekend, she's like, "We take me to my friend's house."
Was it a boy?
And I'm like, sure, no problem. We get in the car. I'm like, well, give me the address. She gives me the address. And it was at a farm, dude, an hour and 15 minutes away.
Oh, my God. You're like, what?
I was like, what? She's like, yeah, she's at her farm. She gave me the address. I'm like, I'm not driving out there.
What are you doing at the farm?
Who?
What's she going to do at a farm?
It's like an amazing, like, her friend
Shoot
has a
guns?
farm. Huh?
Shoot guns and stuff?
I hope not.
I know.
You know,
He's like, take me to a farm. You're like, what the fuck?
No,
You're 11 years old.
It was to sleep over. She was going to sleep over at her friend's house.
Wow,
who
she's
was
running
at the,
your show.
Who was at the farm for the weekend. It's a long weekend, right?
11 years old, you're
have
taken to her farm
12.
an hour and a half away?
Dude, I didn't know. She thought it was 15 minutes away. She told me it was 15 minutes.
She's smarter than that.
I put the address
She's trying
in.
to play you like a fool.
And
Good for
so her friend had told her that. Dude, they don't know.
Yeah, they do.
So that
Yes, they do.
my daughter had never been there. So
She's trying to get one on
we
you.
didn't go.
All right, good. That's a.
Well, she didn't.
What are you
know.
doing there?
Well, she didn't expect me to take
She's
her,
11.
dude.
Like, are you? When she said, were you like, well, what are you gonna do there?
Dude, they have sleepovers all the time at her
I'm
friend's.
just
It's just
asking.
one
I don't
friend.
know.
It's
I'm
just
just asking.
one girl and her parents and her brother who was out there.
Because if I'm going to a farm, I'm like getting away from people.
Cam, you're 40 years old.
No, back in the day.
Oh.
Yeah, if my buddies like were cruising around outside, flying around, doing shit.
Yeah, no, not like that. It's just like a sleepover, dude.
Okay. Well, you said it's a farm. Like, is there a cabin there?
That's what they call their place, dude. The farm. It's like I'm sure.
I
It's
thought it was just
more
like a
than
bunch of acreage where they're like
it
flying
is.
around
I'm
on
sure
like
it's more than a cabin. Dude. I'm sure they have a
wealthy folk or wealthy friends. Does she have a bunch of wealthy friends in like Huntley and stuff? Do they?
Kind of.
Anybody like where the kid's just kind of like a robot?
Probably.
Yeah, I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
A lot of great kids, though.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
It's just different. Some people, that's what I want. I want a getaway.
Fuck yeah. A little cabin in the middle of the woods? Shit, yeah.
I think it's got like a full-on operation going on out there. Like a lot of cool shit.
If you got a lot of money, man, there's a lot of things you could do, man. Yeah. Keep you interested in stuff. Mm-hmm. Like I'd have horses. I'd have all kinds of stuff. I go on hikes in my backyard. If I had 1,000, I'd love to have 1,000 acres. Fucking 500, whatever. Have a cabin on the top peak, looking over your surroundings. Yeah. Have a little a outpost where you could see different things. I don't know. Be cool.
I think this guy has 650 acres.
Oh hell yeah, dude! Rolling hills, make trails, hike all the fucking time, find new things on your property, wrestle cougars.
I spent a lot of time on the farm, Kim.
Yeah, you're a farmer.
Oh, you don't believe me?
No, I don't.
All right, Andrew Ladd, man, on this edition of the Cam and Strick podcast. Now, we had a little bit of phone issues at times and whatnot, but
he's cool though. I like
very
him a
cool,
lot.
And he had a great career, man.
Classy guy.
Went through a lot towards the end, right?
I think.
I know you say everything's going to be okay because he made, whatever, 60, 70 million bucks, whatever he made, maybe even more.
So you got to remember who we're talking to here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have to remember who we're talking to.
He did go through a lot.
We're not catering to. I know. We all do that, but and that's why I said that, and I say that to guys too. Sometimes you got to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, God damn it, I have it better than 99.99999% of the people in the world. Mm-hmm. In the world. So if you're complaining about skating by yourself, I know it's tough. If you do that, you got to think you're doing pretty good. You don't have to work a day in your life. You can go home and spend time with your family every fucking second of the day. Whatever you want to do. I know depression creeps. Mm-hmm. You got to try to block that out and really sit back and realize you got it good. Unless you have health problems.
Yeah. I was talking to an agent, and sometimes they'll say to their players, if a player's offered a lot of money, I'm talking on the high end, a lot of money with term, and that player just isn't sure if they want to sign the contract. Sometimes agents will be like, listen, you sign this contract, you'll never have to score a goal the rest of your life. You
don't have to do anything.
You know what I mean?
Guaranteed.
It's not suggesting you don't go out there and score, but you're set
for life. Always remember that.
If you don't sign it now, you better hope that you don't get hurt the rest of the season. Yeah. And you better hope that you continue to produce the rest of the season, because if you don't, now all of a sudden you go into free agency or whatever. Things could change,
Yeah, yeah.
So I just thought it was interesting they put it that way.
Of course.
Take it. You'll never have to score a goal the rest of your life.
Oh, no, you're set for life. You got to remember that. Money isn't everything unless you don't have it.
Oh, the wise Cam? Can we put that on a T-shirt?
It's 100% true.
Is that
Fuck, money's not everything. Well, you have it. So
Wait.
you don't look at it like that. Now you're bitching about material things because you had to do this and something. But if you don't have money, sometimes people are happier when they don't. But that's on you.
Yes.
But if you don't have money, you might think it's everything.
The wise Cam.
No, I don't. I fucked up on it, man. I've been through that shit.
I get it. Did you really come up with that, though?
No.
But what did it say it again? The wise what?
What?
Say it again.
Say what again?
You're saying.
Money's not everything unless you don't have it.
Okay.
Jesus, write it down.
Mm-hmm.
It's true, though. Everybody's like, money's not. Money's not. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Go tell that guy down the road who's feeding 4 fucking kids in a 1-bedroom apartment. Mm-hmm. Oh, money's not what?
I hear you.
Now it's going to help a lot. I'll tell you that right now. That's a big way to. It's like Forrest Gump. Well, he said you don't have to work. Remember, she's like, I got that check, and they said that I didn't have to work another day in my life. And I say, well, that's good. One less thing. Well, no, yeah. The biggest thing ever. It's the biggest thing ever. Your kids could be healthier. You could have options for different things. Mm-hmm. So, anyway, I'm just trying to speak for the real people.
Yeah, no, I got you. It was good to hear about Dustin Bufflin here in this interview coming up.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Big buff.
See this guy out there skating and doing his thing.
Yeah, dude. He made good coin. He's doing all right. Yeah. Whatever he wants to do.
Listen, I want you to enjoy your Monday, Cam. I want you to have the best Monday you've ever had.
Oh, it ain't happening already.
Because I know this morning has been a struggle today. Fuck. This has been a struggle.
Oh, God. I'm starving. Oh, God.
But my kid, like I said, he's in a tournament. The kids are playing unbelievable.
Good.
The team making plays out there and
Good,
everything.
man.
Very, very impressive.
I want Ty to be Very successful, dude. I really do. I ain't rooting for him. He looks good when you show me video. He really does. I swear to God he does.
Thank you,
But,
Cam.
like, I don't know how to evaluate it because I'm not watching kids every day, but
Yeah,
he looks pretty good. Looks better than the kids he's skating with. Whatever that means.
What about where you were at that age?
How old is he?
6.
I didn't even start playing hockey till I was 9.
I know. Isn't that amazing? Cam's a success story, too. One of these days, I'm going to have Cam on the show. And I'm just going to...
success story just like Ty?
I'm just going to interview Cam.
All right.
Andrew Ladd, looking forward to this conversation. Brought to you by Hair Club, Cam at hairclub.com.
I got a meeting with them here coming up.
Nice.
I'm getting my own consultation.
Be on time, dude.
Yank.
To the meeting. Be on time. Be
The
on.
fuck do I look like? I think you just, like, say things like that.
Cam is never late, I will say that.
Never late, dude. Unless I want to be.
Mm-hmm.
Never late.
I never worry about that type of stuff with you, ever.
No shit you don't.
No.
Ever.
Prepared, on time, ready to go.
Yeah, man. And then, but I am going to meet and get a consultation for that goddamn bald spot in the back of my fucking head.
Perfect.
Ugh. And they're like, no, we could help you with that.
Ooh.
So I'm going to go get it checked out. I feel like there's not much hair. They got a new robot that I told you, the artist robot that did the front part of my hair that's still thick and luscious.
Yeah.
They got a new one now. Hans does.
Yeah.
So I'm meeting with them cats, I think next week. And I'm going to go in there and they're going to give me a consultation. And they're going to tell me what they could do for that goddamn cul-de-sac.
I love it. I love it.
Nice people. Great people. I know exactly where it's at. I've been there before. Easy peasy, baby. You just got to walk through. Walk through the damn door.
And you can handle the procedure. No, you've been through that before.
Yeah, just get it done.
And how they
I'll
treat
watch
you
Legends
and
of the Fall
everything.
again. You know, and be
Yeah.
like,
There may
"Oh."
be something else you can probably watch now.
Yeah, well, it just, and they're just nice. The nurses are awesome. Ray Burley's wife, I don't know if she's still there or not. I haven't been there in a while because of COVID and stuff like that. I don't know if she's still there, but lovely woman and very gentle. And when I was done, I'm like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
It was easy. Done. Cool. All right. Now I just got to watch the mirror and
You're like, that's it?
That's it? It's like watching a plant grow.
Hairclub.com. Check that out. Go there today. 800-279-7878. Somebody can help you out for sure. All right, First Form and firstform.com. Cam, I am feeling the best I've ever felt in my entire life. Right
Well, you
now.
look like shit today.
I am ready to go. I am ready to rock.
Sniffy poo.
I am up in the mornings,
Oh, I'm up in a
and I am full of energy, and I really think First Form has been a life changer for me. I wasn't anticipating this.
Dude, they have so many different options, man. And I get up and have my protein shake, get the body going a little bit. Andy's drinking a First Form cherry lime right here because
Yes, I am.
he didn't have a water, so I hooked him up with an energy drink.
And I needed one.
Good God, open your eyes up a little bit too. What? You look blitzed.
Do I?
You have your eyes are bloodshot. You
I'm
don't
just
even
tired.
You're not
Yeah.
tired.
Tired.
You need to go to bed, dude.
Really, I know.
You do. You need to take
Like a nap. Well,
You're
it's like-
doing too much.
I know. Up late at night and
Well, you need to
up
say
early
no.
in the morning.
Say no once in a while.
I know.
Good
I'm
God,
ready to go.
it's affecting me.
Yeah.
You know, and the brand. Crush that fucking energy drink for
I
First
am,
Form.
dude. What do you
Jesus
think? I'm like,
Christ.
well, how do you think I'm getting through this right now?
I know. I heard you.
I will tell you, these bars they have, the cookie dough bars, Cam, are absolutely incredible.
It's a good meal replacement. Damn good.
And
I
it
said
doesn't
earlier.
they don't have to be meal replacements either, but they can be.
And you got to go to the app, and they'll tell you exactly what to do with your workouts.
Can I do that for you? Can I create a workout for you?
No, I already
Why?
know what the fuck to do. I've been doing it for my whole life. Like I know how to work out. A lot of people don't.
You
and
think
I
you
get
still
that.
know the most recent trends in the workout?
No, I don't. Not at all.
You're behind, dude.
I'm about 7 years behind now.
Oh no, that
Yeah, but-
far?
Yeah. Well, I'm working out again at consistently
Yeah.
at a private gym.
How often you been going?
3 times. Well, we got to do this. Like after this, I'm going home. Like I'm tired, dude. I've been
Oh,
up since
really? You've been
4:30.
going that often?
Yeah.
Let me know. I'll meet you there, dude.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
Actually, it'll be funny.
Okay.
Mark's cool as fuck.
Yeah,
Power
Mark's
Play
the
Gym. I'll give you a
best,
fucking
dude.
shout out. Power Play, Ricky Wilson. I
Dude.
love you. Rest in peace, my man. So it's cool to go back
I
into
love Rick.
to Power Play and start working out. But I have all these like, fuck, man. I got my protein shakes. You got the energy drinks. You got all this stuff from First Form. I'm working out again. I'm getting jacked as fuck. Like, I love it. I feel
Yeah.
good. And look, go to that app too, guys, and it'll tell you exactly what the fuck to do. You don't know, it'll tell you, and it'll show you a video how to do it as well. So if you're like Andy and you're not really a workout guy, they'll tell you exactly what to do. You put in your where
That's
you ate.
totally uncalled for to even say that.
No, but it's realistic. I'm just a realist.
I am a workout
What are you?
guy. Very, very focused in the gym.
Andy's a socializer gym guy. where he goes to the gym not to work out, but to socialize.
It's not true.
That's what he is. He's that guy at the gym that talks to you about trade deadline.
I motivate you.
Well, you're just trying to get your fucking pump on and get the fuck out. Like, he talks to you about trade shit.
Do you want to know the
salaries?
Truth? The gym you're talking about, Power Play, I broke Andrew Ladd's contract extension with the Islanders from Power Play. And a player told me that he was signing like whatever he got, 7 or 8 years, whatever he got. And I thought he was joking. So I could have put it out even sooner. I thought he was like messing with me, like, hey, like I have no idea. No one was expecting him to get that type of contract.
Monster contract.
I mean, that length of a contract. And then he's like, no, I'm serious.
Yeah, he signed a big ticket.
And I put it out there, and I was still wondering, Jesus. And sure enough, they did, man. That was a kind of a crazy. They've made some crazy signings, dude.
Yeah, they did. Islanders over the years.
Oh yeah,
a little bit, just a little bit. Yeah. Rick DiPietro, fucking Yashin, all these guys, man. Crazy ass contract, getting rid of Char. Like, it's been on for years with the Islanders.
But even though Andrew Ladd's making the money, going down to the minors still, like you kind of have to, and it kind of gave him the inspiration for what he's doing now with the 1616 Foundation. We'll give them a shout out too.
Again, my whole point of that is sometimes you just got to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, wait a minute, everything's okay. Yeah. You're going to be okay. Yeah. I got this going for me. I got this going for me. Fuck. Let me evaluate myself to everybody else I got. Like, no, I'm doing pretty goddamn good. That's all I'm saying.
I may be in Springfield right now, but it's.
I may be staying. But I'm driving a $200,000 Range Rover, and I get to do what the fuck I want. I'm taking care of the guys.
I may be staying at the, where's the Heroin Hotel?
The Heroin Hotel. Right. The Stratford Inn.
I may be staying at the Stratford Inn.
Off Authority Farm.
Doug Armstrong had a great line the other day. In the NHL, you stay at the Ritz-Carlton. In the minors, you drive by the Ritz-Carlton.
And stay in a Motel 6. It's a fucking dump. Man, there's a big drop-off. Although guys make money in the fucking minors in hockey. But you go to the minors in baseball, you're eating fucking PB&J from 2 days
They
before.
really are, dude.
They're fucking
on
treated
white
like
bread.
shit.
On white bread.
Treated like shit. Fuck that. Fuck that, dude. That's a grind.
They give you like a preschool lunch.
Fuck that. Did you see some of the lunches that they posted in fucking minors and MLB?
They have like a banana.
Half banana for people.
Half banana.
You eat the stem of the banana.
They got a sandwich on white bread, peanut butter and jelly.
No, a cheese sandwich on white bread with one thing of cheese on it.
And a fruit cup.
Yeah, that's for old. Jesus. God awful. Fuck that. No, you can make money in the minors, but it's a grind, dude. There's a big gap. Once you play in NHL and you go back to that,
you're not making much money, are you?
Fucking $400,000. You can make good money in the minors.
How many guys? How many guys are making $400,000?
3 or 4? Or no, maybe
not many.
Yeah, but then like you have 200, you have 150,
and how many years are they able to really be in that position to make that much money down there? Most of those guys, although I will say, probably spent some time in the NHL.
I was making over $200,000.
Yeah, I know you were. I remember.
And I was playing 6 minutes. You know. So, whatever. I did play in the show for years, but I was making good money. It's pretty good money there compared to all the other ones. Well, these guys in the XFL making, I don't know, maybe they're making pretty decent money. But
what do you miss the most about playing in the show?
Being young.
Do you worry about getting old?
Yeah, I think so. I worry about my health, man. But it's all good. I live a good life, dude. I truly do. I like what we're doing. You know, is it stressful at times? Yeah, sure. Like dealing with a couple things here and there, but I was very stressed out a lot playing, dude, in many different reasons. Yeah. Whether it's
the podcast is not stressful for you.
No, it's not.
To keep it
no, but getting up in the morning's tough.
No,
like
that's not. You're referring to some other things.
Yeah, but I got. Yeah. This is what it is. I got to do it. You know, but everything's good, man. Yeah. I'm gonna go home and barbecue today, homie.
All right, well, have fun with that, man. All right, and drink your first form, man. I mentioned the fruits and the greens and all that stuff earlier in the show, so I'm all over,
Damn
man.
Good stuff.
With
First Form. Check out the app.
First Form. Firstform.com/Cannon
Yeah, and go to that and check it out. It helps us out too.
Firstform.com/Cannon. Use that link and do it today, and get the app. Download the app. No question about that. All right, Bellman and Bellman.com. They are the absolute best. BehlMann.com. The Buick, the GMC, the Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Cam, it doesn't matter what your credit is and all this type of stuff. Nice. You know what I'm saying?
It's a nice feeling. Yeah. You can go get what you want. And hey, sometimes you get into a jam and your credit's kind of funky, but they'll take care of you.
Yeah.
And you can get a shit kicker like I'm driving right now at 6.4 fucking shite kick a motherfucker.
6.4 what?
Liter.
Really?
Big boy engine, yep.
Are you okay behind the wheel driving
Hemi.
that?
Yeah, I love it.
Okay.
I do. The Jeep Wagoneer floated when you drove it.
Really?
It was fucking magnificent.
Wow.
Now you're driving a truck. Now I got big treads on the tire.
I didn't want to tell you. I felt you know, well.
I look like a hockey mom?
A little bit.
Yeah, it's all good.
But it's a great car.
It's a $110,000 vehicle.
Can you believe that? I know.
But this
it's
shit
worth every
Dodge
penny, too.
Yeah, it is.
Get it.
That drove like a $110,000 car.
So get that car at Bellman and get it today.
Yeah.
Spark Skate Sharpener, Cam, they have been a lifesaver all weekend long. With the tournament and everything that's going on, it has been fantastic. It is such a luxury, you know, to have your own skate sharpener in your house that you can just go down the stairs at 11 p.m. and press a button, and all of a sudden you get your skate sharpened.
Easy, man.
Where I hear other parents, you know, like they're getting ready to leave the rink. Okay, I got to stop by the hockey shop.
Fuck boy.
You
I
know,
gotta see fuck boy over there.
Yeah.
With fucking crumbs on his fucking belly button. From jerking off to porn all night in his basement. He's not even watching hockey.
I mean, let's hope
he's not even watching hockey.
Let's hope that didn't.
He's not even watching hockey. And he's sharpening your skates.
Who's doing
with his
this?
jars on? The kid sharpening your skates.
Did he ever play hockey?
No.
And he works at the hockey shop.
Yes.
And he's sharpening.
He's sharpening your skates. Like,
Seth.
Seth has been fucking playing fucking Call of Duty all night, eating cookies in his basement. With no shirt on. Sloppy as
Somebody
fuck.
sent me a message about Seth sharpening skates.
I know. I always create these characters.
Oh, yeah, man.
I create these characters. But you know
Seth,
what I'm talking about.
You know that's Seth.
Oh, he got on it?
No. Somebody. Oh, no, a listener did.
Oh, yeah. No, I know. Like,
yeah, they know
you guys all
about
know.
Seth.
You know Leo in the locker room. You know the Seth I'm fucking building up as a character. That's what he is. He doesn't know shit.
No, but he's sharpening your skates.
He's sharpening your
on
fucking...
the biggest weekend of the year.
He's sharpening your kids' skates in the biggest fucking tournament. And fuck boy, he doesn't even know what he's doing. He's cross-grinding them. So he's eating cookies all goddamn night.
Yeah.
Looking up porn.
Can you believe that?
Yeah. That's why I just said it.
So, in other words, get a Sparks.
Hell yeah.
Sparks.com. And be in control. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
Be in control.
No, have Seth do it. It's all good.
No, you don't have Seth do it. Mention the promo code Cam and Strick. You'll save more money than you save on Black Friday or Cyber Monday, which is unbelievable in and of itself. Gelsticks.com. Listen, if you're going to train the right way, train with a weighted stick where all of a sudden, Cam, that puck feels like a what?
Like nothing. Like a golf ball. Stick handling like a son bitch. No, you're ripping the puck. You're doing your sauces. Everything feels a lot better.
Yeah.
Whenever you just use one of the gel sticks, man. Stick handle for a little bit before practice.
You know, I've been using it in preparation for Nashville.
Well, you need to do something because you are bottom of the total.
Am I on the power play or not?
You are. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to put you out there because we're gonna be so good where we need to fucking slow it down a bit. So if I'm double shifting you,
are we on the same line, you and I?
Maybe.
Okay, good.
Maybe, listen. We're going to kill everybody. Maybe there's going to be a couple games where we're going to have to put it on.
Dude, I'm going to have to need a couple games to get into it.
So I'm going to
Could you imagine making me a healthy scratch?
I'm going to call Chaser and be like, hey, could we get Andy a couple more ice time? Spend the money on Andy so he can go out there and twirl around and figure it out.
With his gel sticks?
Yeah. He'll do that for you. We catered you on this trip. You put it together.
Oh, man. I'm looking forward to
Bottom of the total.
Actually, I will say, Cam, you put together a hell of a group.
I know I did. That's what I do.
Great group.
That's what I do.
That's what I do, he says.
That's what the fuck I do. I know how to put people together.
Hey, there's a lot of NHL players out there using the gel sticks too, man. I see them training in the hallway prior to the game, outside the dressing room. You see that too?
I mean, no, because I'm not down there.
No, you said you see it. But you see it.
I see people in the rinks doing it.
Oh, yeah, me too. So, anyway, get that gel sticks and get it today. GELSTX.com. All right, Andrew Ladd. Grew up playing with other NHL players and his youth hockey team and stuff. I mean, this guy.
That happens a lot, Andy.
He had a good, kind of a crazy thing how he just all of a sudden got to junior, then he's playing in the World Junior and drafted in the first round. Fourth overall.
Yeah. So
good conversation, man.
You'll like this, guys.
Yeah. Andrew Ladd on the Cam and Strick podcast. Hairclub.com, baby.
Oh, you're damn right.
Go to our landing page today, hairclub.com/Cam and Strick. Regrow, restore, and replace that hair.
Don't wait.
Now to the interview.
Hello.
Laddie boy.
Ladder.
What's up, guys?
What up, homie?
What are you doing?
How we doing? Not much right now. I just finished a workout and shake.
Oh,
Exciting stuff, right?
are you playing tonight?
Yeah, no. I don't think I'll make it.
Breaking news. That sounds
He's
like
back.
He is back. That's like breaking news. He's working out and having a shake. Are you up in Canada? Or are you where are you heading right now?
No, I'm in Scottsdale right now. So
There you go.
enjoying the recovering from the last week of waste management and Super Bowl, and we had a fundraiser and all that stuff. So things are coming back down to that and back to normalcy a little bit around here.
Are you one of those guys at the waste management where you get there really early and you're like, ah, and then they say go, and you sprint and trample each other?
You're like, let's go.
Let's go. Ah,
No.
sports.
No, yeah. Luckily, I have some friends who had they had some passes for the 16th where you didn't have to do that. So,
There it is.
it's crazy, though, man. I feel like someone's gonna get killed doing that one year. And
Oh my
That'll
God!
be the
It's
end
like
of that.
running with the bulls.
That's crazy.
You know, Cam thinks you're hanging
Yeah.
out with the common folk. Like
I
you're
don't know.
just-
He's
like-
not hanging out with the
like
common
he's just
folk.
parking in you get fucking 10 passes. That's
Laddie's
just
like,
the way
no,
it
I
goes.
took a fucking helicopter.
Yeah.
no, I'm not in that range. There are people that do that, but I'm not in that range.
Hey.
I'll take the golf cart right to the 16th. maybe.
Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
there-
Hey,
that's
did
even
you go
better.
to the Super Bowl? Like, what was that like having the Super Bowl there?
I mean, it was just crazy in terms of the amount of people that were in town. But no, I didn't go. I don't know. It wasn't really appealing to me. Like, I don't love like the trying to get in and out with that many people. I'd rather just sit at home and enjoy the game. My kids are kind of an age where they watch and get pumped up. We just want to listen there, but I don't know. I might regret that one day. Who knows?
No, man.
No,
Like
you
watching
won't.
football live kind of sucks, especially when you have jackasses everywhere too, man. It's just so much of a better watch on TV when you could chill, you can go to the bathroom, no one's bugging you. I don't
Yeah,
like watching
you-
football live.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan either. I feel like I can enjoy the game watching on TV more, and it's weird because it's like the opposite of hockey. Like hockey's a sport, like it's much more entertaining live than on TV. Whereas football, I'm like, I
Yeah.
can do without it.
No, people watch the Super Bowl to see the commercials, halftime show, obviously the game and all that. So it's and there's too many people at the Super Bowl. I mean, just getting in and out of there, security wise and everything, has just got to be a little bit crazy. So like help me like understand exactly like what like you're still getting paid, right? You're still technically a player by the Coyotes, but you're not playing. Are you physically able to play, or you just can't play? Like, what's the situation with you health wise?
No, yeah, my knee. I've had last year I had like my third surgery on my right knee, and it's just kind of bone on bone now. So every time I start loading it, it just blows up on me. So I've been trying to work through that and just at this point get to a point where I can be healthy and get on the ice with my kids and do that kind of stuff. It's more about life after hockey now for me and making sure I can get healthy to enjoy doing stuff with my kids and my family.
Like, what's wrong? Well, I guess you don't need to get into it, but like, is that odd that you had 3 different surgeries on your knee? Like, is that normal?
I mean, so they were all initial repairs. So it's kind of just they repaired it twice, and then this last time had to take it out. So it's really just the constant rubbing it bone on bone for whatever reason. I'm trying to get the swelling under control, but kind of like up the intensity. It just blow up on me still.
Yeah, man.
I know, man.
No,
I've
take
been
care of
there.
that. Always think life after hockey, man. You've had a great career and obviously had a great run.
Hell yeah.
Do you miss not going to the rink? Like, are you missing the game right now? Like, what's life after hockey been like for you in a short period of time?
Oh, no, not really. It's been odd. I don't. I think. I mean, listen, my last 3 or 4 years were a grind. I went through. When I was in Long Island, I had 2 major knee surgeries in less than 6 months. Battled back from that. Got sent to the minors. Was in the minors for almost a full year. Kind of got back up right before COVID. Started playing back with the team. COVID hit. They went in the bubble, and I didn't play in the bubble for. I was in the bubble. Played in the game 2 or 3 of the Eastern Conference Final. They threw me in against Tampa Bay after being in the bubble for 3 months for one game. So like it was a long grind, like physically and mentally. Then we had the taxi squad year, so like I was skating by myself for a year before I got traded to Arizona. So after that grind, last year I really enjoyed our year here in Arizona, just, from an appreciation standpoint of like, hey, like it was worth the grind of everything I went through the last few years. Learned a lot about myself and was able to kind of parlay that into a great year last year and get to 1,000 games. Albeit kind of had to grind that 1,000. I had knee surgery about 8 games before my 1,000th, so I had one more hurdle before that. But so like after all that stuff, I think it was like, okay, yeah, no,
you're like, I'm good.
I'm
not
done.
playing hockey.
Yeah,
I mean,
fucking done.
I can't play. First off,
Jesus.
were you like, get me the hell out of this damn bubble? Like when you're there, were you like, get me the hell? You're not even playing, and you're stuck in this bubble. The whole world's going to shit. I mean, like, what were you thinking when you were there?
Yeah, I mean, you're hopeful, right? Like, hopefully, like, hey, like, I got some experience. Hopefully, I can get in the lineup. I had ended, like I said, before the shutdown, I was playing, last 2 games I played. I think I got second star the last game we played. So I'm like, okay, I'm like a little hopeful, like maybe I can come back and be a part of this. And then, so like, and then you start to be in the bubble and you're away from your wife and kids and, thank goodness we were in Toronto where we at least get around a little bit. You go over to like the BMO fields and you could switch hotels and different restaurants. Because by the time we got to Edmonton, it was really cold. There was like a concrete jungle there. You couldn't
North Korea
anywhere to go. It was tough. So, I wouldn't say it was the greatest experience I've ever been through, especially not playing. I think I fought twice in practice. With the guy skating, and it
what
was
happened
like,
with that?
Hold on, who'd you fight? Who'd you fight?
I've been there. What happened with that?
Well, and when I say fight, we were very, very close to like they weren't full. It was kind of like throw a couple punches, and guys jumped in. But first one was just I think it's like you get that you want to be in the lineup, you're aggressive, you're pissed off a little bit about having to practice day in, day out and not get a shot. And I think I part of me was just trying to stay ready too. And that was, keep that aggression up, keep that intensity up, not only for me, but the younger kids that were there. I just kind of think, things happen in practice, and I think I got slashed and I didn't like getting slashed, and that turned into something else. And we just kind of went at it, but that was one. And then the other one was actually Ross Johnson. So,
oh boy.
So I don't know, probably barking up the wrong tree there, but I was screwing around. We were playing 3-on-3 or 2-on-2, and I slid into him, and he didn't see me slot 2-on-1 as a D-man slide. So I slid into him, and he had 2 hands on his stick and didn't see me sliding. So when I took his legs out, his face just went smoky ice.
Oh.
So, so he got up and he was seeing red, and I was like, oh, so we had a little break our sticks over each other's legs. And then, luckily he let up a little bit and the coaches got in, and we settled that over a beer later. But,
that's what you do, man. He's a lefty too, by the way.
You guys went out to the yard and had to sit 12 feet apart from each other and have a beer.
But aren't you besides the knee stuff, which is a pain in the ass, you're in Bridgeport, oh God. I get that, man. But don't you look at everything now and you're like, you know what? I'm good to go. I don't need to find a job. I could wait for somebody's going to hire me for something if I get bored. But aren't you kind of like, you know what? This is going to be pretty nice. I'm pretty set up.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the type of person that I need to have something that drives me. I need a little purpose. So I think for a long time there, I really wanted to end on the right terms and not in the minors. So to be able to get back and play 1,000 games, I think after reaching that, I was like, okay, yeah, that's a good way for me to end it. My 1,000th game, my whole family was there, which is pretty cool. My kids got to come and do the ceremony and be on the ice and all that stuff. So it was, it seemed like seemed like a good way now to look back and be like, okay, that ended, pretty well, even though like my knee blows up a lot now. It's still like I can say like, okay, I got back to where I wanted to end it, which was nice. And then I think the nice thing is I get to choose what I want to do now, right?
Yeah.
So in my mind, that's the best thing for me. So I've spent a lot of time when I was in Long Island and when I was skating by myself, made the decision to like, hey, like we want to build something for our foundation. So I've spent, the last 2.5 years along with my wife and our team building a youth mental well-being, mental health program for young hockey players, which is kind of giving me purpose. Especially now since I'm not playing anymore, it's like, okay, you got to fill that day with some sort of routine. And that's kind of filled the void for me right now.
Yeah, no, the 1616 Foundation, we're going to pump that up.
Hell
yeah. Hey, listen, when you're stuck though, and they have you down in the minors, and you're close to 1,000 games, how important was it for you to find a spot you could go to get there? And did you truly ever think that was going to happen? Right? I mean, to get to Arizona,
come on in.
How were you able to orchestrate that deal?
Oh, it's how much time you got?
Yeah, we got plenty of time.
How much time you got?
So, and it's kind of wraps up into 1616 and what I'm doing with the foundation now. But I was in a tough spot, mentally when I was down there. My first, I would always been pretty good at getting back up, putting my head down, doing the work, and figuring it out. How do I get back to where I need to be and to have success? And in that moment, it's like everything's in a tailspin, right? And everything's not going right. My knees don't feel good. I don't feel great on the ice. My game's not where it needs to be. And then you get sent to the minors, and then it's like, okay, I don't know what to do now, right? There was literally the question. I don't know where to go, how to go forward. So, luckily, I was making a 2-hour drive with Thomas Hickey at the time. We were driving. He was in the same position as me. So the drive from Long Island to Bridgeport, 5 or 6 days a week, whatever it was, going to practices and games. So we would have lots of conversations about life and whatever was going on. And my wife had encouraged me, hey, you need to find someone to talk to. So in that moment, luckily, Hicks had been working with a mental performance coach for a while, and we got talking about it. And he was like, hey, you should talk to the guy that I use. And that was kind of the turning point for me of feeling sorry for myself and feeling oh, this sucks. And I have no way forward to okay, how can I use this as an opportunity to improve my game, enjoy what I'm doing, have an effect on the young kids that are down in Bridgeport right now that probably see a guy who's been in the NHL for 16, 17 years and won 2 Stanley Cups. And, walking into the room, that's a moment for them that could be impactful too. So, I started to shift a lot of how I was thinking of it that way, with the ultimate goal of hey, can I actually improve my skill and get healthy and to the point where I feel good enough to play in the NHL again. And so that was kind of how I started to shift it. And looking back now, I'm oh, I enjoyed my time down there, enjoyed working with young kids and just having fun. I think with the NHL, sometimes you get caught up in the stress of I need to perform but down there I was just I didn't really, I was more cared about enjoying and having fun with the game than the results that I was having day in, day out.
Yeah. And you know what, sometimes you just got to reflect, okay, I've been in the NHL for so long. I've been so successful. The way I think is just top tier, but then you go down to Bridgeport and you see some of these cats driving a Hyundai coming into the rink, and if they retired, they got to get a job right off the bat. You're probably taking the guys out. They're looking up to you. Maybe that is a wake-up call, man. To be no, I do got it pretty good.
Yeah, and I think part of it is hey, I've had a good career too. Even so, kind of celebrate what you've done, and also understand exactly what those kids are going through, right? And I think everything is dependent on how you see it. And in that moment, I went from, there's ego and there's hey, I'm too good to be here and all that stuff you go through, and you need to kind of bring yourself back down to earth. So there was a lot of self-reflection in that regard. But like I said, that's kind of life, and that's sometimes those things are the best things that happen. And I think it was for me. It was a great wake up call in a lot of different aspects, including at home with my wife and kids. And it turned out to be the best thing for me.
Okay, but let me ask you this. I mean, because here you are, 4th overall pick, gold medal, World Juniors, 2-time Stanley Cup champion, all that, captain in the NHL for a long time with the franchise. Like, why were you down there? Like, do you feel like now, looking back, that you deserve to be sent down to the American Hockey League? Like, that's where you needed to be from a hockey standpoint? Like, how did that happen? Like, why'd they send you down?
I don't know. Like, I mean, I could guess and, you know, maybe try to give you some reasons or what I think of it, like, you know, whether it be my cap hit or all that different stuff. But, like, you know how it is. Like, you're a new GM, new coach comes in, and they have a view of you as a player. It doesn't fit what they want as a team. So, you know, in my mind, that was, you know, probably Lou and Barry at the time didn't feel like I could contribute enough to that lineup, and they wanted to go a different direction, which it took me, you know, like you again, there's like the anger, you're pissed off, you're like, okay, screw these guys. But like ultimately, like as a coach and a GM, like that's your prerogative, right? You get to make those decisions. So as a player, you can only control what you can. And that's like the attitude you bring, how you want to show up. And, you know, I think part of the reason that they even brought me back and had me a part of the bubble was how I handled the whole situation.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, like to be able to, I mean, yeah, you know, Lou, and I have lots of respect for Lou and just his honesty with everything. So he was, you know, he just didn't think I was where I needed to be to help the team, and he thought he had better options.
Yeah, man. I mean, and we've had both those guys on, Barry Trotz, Lou.
Yeah.
People could like Lou could like lock you in a room for like 2 years straight, and the guy will come out and be like, I just have a ton of respect for Lou Lamoriello.
Not everybody.
Well, no, but most people have always, you know, still even going through adversity with him, they find a way to still at the end of the day say they've got respect for him. So, but getting back to the trade, like did Lou say, hey, we're going to do everything we can to get you back in the NHL, find a team we can trade you to? And how did the situation with Arizona work out? Like, how were you able to work that trade out?
Yeah. He did. He was, it was great in that regard in terms of like, hey, I'm going to try to find you a different place to play. And in the cap world, you know, that's kind of one of the tough things, you know, about the cap world. You can sign a big contract, and then all of a sudden you're handcuffed, the GM's handcuffed, and it's just a whole lot tougher to make those types of deals. So it was kind of the you know, the right situation. I think in my mind, I knew like my cap hit was not good for the New York Islanders and them wanting to win, right? Mm-hmm. And you know, you saw they had to get rid of Devon Toews, and you know, Ebbs got or they traded that, or like Ebbs go. So like there was casualties coming, and in my mind, I was like, okay, like at some point they're probably going to have to bite the bullet and just get rid of me, because it just doesn't make sense to carry that extra $4.5 million or whatever it was. So that was going to be, you know, how I could turn up the pressure in terms of like, hey, you know what, like I'll go down and I'll play and be the best teammate and mentor and whoever I can be in the minors. And then hopefully, you know, by doing that, you know, Lou can try to help me out and get me to a place. And he was able to find a deal with Arizona, who was obviously looking for more contracts and draft picks and that type of situation. And it just seemed to kind of be a perfect situation where, you know, I think Shane Doan was involved in terms of like knowing who I was, saying like, hey, if you want someone to be in your dressing room that can be a part of starting to build a culture here, you know, Andrew might be a fit. And we just kind of went from there.
Oh yeah, and Billy Armstrong got a couple second-round picks.
No
man,
shit.
it's like gold dust to those guys. I mean, they love those draft picks. They got a ton of them, and they gave you a chance to play, right? I mean, like how much were you thinking about that 1,000 games? Like, did you communicate that to Arizona? Like, hey, this is really important to me if I can get there. And did they say, hey, we're going to give you an opportunity to do so?
Yeah, I think, I mean, they knew how important it was for me to get to that point. I also had the conversation with Bill, like, hey, like I have to do what I need to put a team on the ice, and the coach and Andre Tourigny was great. But it was funny because like I said, I've been skating by myself for a year. So no one, like, I heard talking to Bill, he's like, I have no clue what you're going to be like when we step on the ice and for training camp, because like no one's seen you in over a year. So there was a little bit of unknown from that standpoint. I think they were pleasantly surprised with where I was at physically, which was good for them. You know, like you said, they got two second-round draft picks out of it, and they're able to have someone around who can be a part of helping some of the younger kids and the Tellers of the world and Scrims and those types of players that you want to build a foundation around going forward.
Man, I'm going to make a rule for the NHL, and I think any hockey league. If you're injured and you're down and out and you're skating by yourself for so long, it's fucking depressing, man. Like, I mean, it truly is. Like, I don't know why they do that. And David Backes went through that too.
Yeah, he did.
Damn, Boston.
They didn't even let him go. They didn't
fucking let him go. And you're like, you're just skating around and you're stinking to yourself and you're doubting yourself. Like, I'm gonna write them an email. I think, Ladder. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But Cam doesn't know how to use email though.
I don't know how to. Can you do it for me, Andy? Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it was interesting, right? Because like, this is coming off COVID too, right? So everyone's already isolated from each other enough. And then you're put in more isolation. And so that's why I said, like, the saving grace is my wife being like, hey, find someone to talk to, and me reaching out to this executive performance coach. Cause I really, it scares me to think about where I would have gone if I didn't have that avenue to express, all these feelings that you're having and thoughts that you're having, and have someone put it in perspective for you. To come up with a plan of like, okay, like here's something I can get excited about, even though I'm skating by myself every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is, it's when you get caught up in those moments, sometimes you need someone on the outside to be like, hey, okay, like let's peel this back and really look at what's true and what's not true.
Yeah. Well, before all that, everything was great with you.
No shit. You did pretty goddamn good.
This guy's winning cups and. But like first off though, real quick though, growing up in BC, like you're growing up, you're playing with Troy Brouwer and like Brent Seabrook, I think, Colin Fraser, all these guys were on your team growing up as kids.
So they were, yeah, no, and I should, it's like, so we played actually spring team. So we were all separately. We had our own like minor hockey teams. I played junior B when I was 16. I played tier 2 junior A when I was 17. So both those years I was cup of the Vancouver Giants. And then when I was 18, my rights got traded to the Calgary Hitmen, and I went and tried out for the Calgary Hitmen, and made the team out of training camp, and was able to have a great year that year, and got drafted 4th overall at the end of that year. So I went from like not being on anyone's radar to, okay, now you're considered a top prospect. So it was cool to see how each of us kind of had our own journey towards where we ended up in Chicago.
Were you surprised that you were like drafted that high? I know you had 1 year. I mean, what'd you put up? Like, how many points did you put up? I know you're playing tough, you're fighting guys, you're a leader. They all put all that together in basically 1 year, and they rolled the dice on you. It worked, but like, were you surprised?
I mean, I guess towards the end of the year, I wasn't surprised. I mean, the first half, I think I ended up with 75 points. I had 30 goals, 75 points, and like maybe over 100 penalty minutes. So at that time, that was pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I was surprised, but I was like, I wasn't even. When you don't have any expectation going into a year and just being like, hey, I just want to make a team. Like my expectation was like, hey, I just want to play on the Calgary Hitmen this year. It was like I was playing with house money. I was like, okay, this is great. I'm starting to score goals and having success, and this is a lot of fun. I get to play with Ryan Getzlaff. Lay things out on a tee for him and let him rip.
We never heard of him.
We never heard of him. Who is that? Yeah,
we had him on too. He's a good dude.
Was that Ryan? Yeah. You knew Ryan with hair back in the day.
Oh, Andy, would you stop with that?
He did. He had some thick.
Andy's got hair, so now he makes fun of the bald guys. That's what he. God.
He had. He did have great hair. He did. Yeah.
Great hair. How sick was he in junior?
Yeah, no shit.
He was unbelievable. I mean, I think he was funny because the game was so easy to him. So like, he kind of, if you watch him from the outside, you'd be like, this guy's kind of like, he almost seemed like lazy, and you're like, what's going on with him? And but he was just he was 3 steps ahead of everybody. And I think like what people underestimated about him, and even throughout his whole career, is how good of a shot he had. like the guy could absolutely rip the puck, but he was just so good at setting people up that he didn't use it probably as much as he should have. So yeah, he was. I learned a lot from him. You know, as a kid coming in, and we were the same age, but he was someone I like looked up to in terms of like the way he played and his leadership and how he kept, you know, included everybody on the team and all that stuff. So skill wise, he was, you know, way ahead of everybody there.
Hey, I don't know what your mom and dad did growing up, or you grew up with money or not with money or whatever the case is, but like when you're the 4th overall pick, were you still in that era, I guess, when you had huge signing bonuses? What was your signing bonus when you first signed?
So we had like, I think we were the first ones that switched.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You would have got $1 million.
You
would have got $1 million bucks. Oh.
Yeah. So I think it ended up being, I don't know, like 3 something a year. Like it was just dependent on, so yeah, I think it was like around 350 maybe. But still, I mean, like, you know, like you said, like my parents didn't have a whole lot. My mom was a special ed assistant. My dad worked at a paper mill. Like that was game changing money for everybody. So, yeah, no, it's such a weird, how you think about money definitely progresses as you go through your career, right? Like at the beginning of your career, you're like, I don't know if I should buy this, like, you know, $40 dress shirt. Like, I don't know, it seems like a lot of money. And then, you know, at the end of your career, you're spending $300 on a dress shirt. You're like, oh, this has gone downhill quickly.
At the beginning, I spent a lot of money. I was like, wow, this is money? Oh, cool. I'm really rich, which I'm not at all. What'd you do? You got any, like, did you buy, so you conserved it off the bat, but like, you got any toys now? Like, what do you like doing?
So I got a couple toys, I guess. I have, like, we're on a lake in Kelowna.
My laddie in Kelowna. Oh, I know where you're at home. Buy Memorial Cup there, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So it's so I got a boat there. I guess that's one toy. I got like a wakeboard boat. And then the other toy I have is, like, my wife actually for my 30th birthday got me a bidding pass to the Barry Jackson in Arizona. So because I had always wanted like an older car, and the new stuff didn't really to me, I like older muscle cars. So went down for my 30th birthday and got a 67 Resto Mod Corvette. So I would say that's probably the one true toy I have. So, but with 3 kids, not that I drive it a whole heck of a lot now.
That thing sits in it. Cause you know what? I had a Corvette too. And every time I drove it, A, I got pulled over and everybody stares at you. And B, if I'm on that damn highway and some dump truck's in front of me and it's spilling fucking rocks on my baby, like I'm in now I'm like anal about everything. So I had to get rid of that, and I needed the money at the time. But I was so like worried about banging that damn thing up. It was so precious. Like, do you drive it a lot, or is it just sit in your garage and you wipe it down every other day?
Yeah, it just sits in the garage at this point. So, but it's a great investment. So I keep telling myself.
Yeah, great. Cars are great investments.
Oh yeah.
No, but that one's going to hold its value.
Hey, but like you came out of nowhere, but then you're on the World Junior team, like arguably the greatest World Junior team ever. You got Crosby.
Yeah.
Like who were you tightest with, like going into the tournament? Who you knew? I mean, obviously Getzlaff was there, but like who did you really become tight with that like you still remain close with to this day?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because like a lot of that team was together the year before. Mm-hmm. You know, so like coming into that group, they knew each other really well. So like I think there was like me, Colin Fraser was new, Cam Barker was new, Jeff Glass, and then Corey Perry was new, Jeremy Colleton maybe. But like everybody else was like had known each other from like U18s and then like all that stuff. So they all had really good relationships beforehand. But I think, you know, obviously Getzy was there, which was nice. You know, Brent Seabrook and Colin Fraser were both there. That I knew them since I was, you know, like we talked about, 8, 9 years old. So had a great relationship with those guys. And Cam Barker I'd gotten to know through just all the draft stuff that we had done with. But I would say, you know, in terms of that group was like one of the first experiences where I had where it was like, oh, like everybody kind of hangs out with everybody. Mm-hmm. And it was throughout the whole process. we just had, like, as a group, we were super close, and everybody would joke around and give each other a hard time. And, you know, for how many amazing players we had in that room, like, no one really had, you almost couldn't have an ego because everybody there was super talented, and they were all first round picks and expected to be great NHL players, which they turned out to be. So, but it was an amazing experience. I think you look back now and just realize the people that we had in that room. At the time, you probably didn't appreciate what was going on, but it was a lot of fun to play in that tournament. It's just the most dominating hockey that I've ever been a part of.
Oh man, you guys had everybody.
Yeah,
Shea Weber. I mean, Corey Perry, Getzlaff, like you mentioned, Jeff Carter, I think Mike Richards, but Crosby, like at that age, what was he like? Was he cool with like everybody on the team? Like, was he even getting? I mean, because he was already getting a ton of attention. Like, did you know right off the bat, like, okay, yeah, this guy's legit. He's going to live up to the hype and end up, you know, being what he is today?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I just, in terms of like his presence and like his confidence and like how he practiced, like all those little things were evident with him at that age, and just like his maturity. I mean, he was, you know, by far the youngest kid there, and you know, just fit seamlessly with our whole group. So I would say like he definitely like, yeah, this kid's going to be a star, superstar. But it was an interesting group. Like I said, like everybody was, no one treated him with like white gloves, and everybody was like, would give him a hard time. And like, it was just like a normal group of guys. So like, I think for him, that was probably enjoyable, to be in the presence of, you know, guys that would just treat him like anyone else.
Yeah.
And then, but you know, when I think back to that tournament, I think the most dominant player there was Patrice Bergeron. Like he was from like the epitome of like what he is right now. He was that for us when he was 19 years old, which is kind of cool to think about. And I just remember like watching him and being like, man, this guy is amazing. Like every aspect of the game, defensively all the way up, offensively. He just controlled the entire game from the middle of the ice.
Who's like the ringleader of that group? Like who sat in the back and who chirped the most? Like, you know what I'm talking about. Like there's always one guy that's like the alpha,
I mean, like
the alpha, you know.
Like, there's like, I would say like Getsy's in that group. You know, like Dion Phaneuf and Anthony Stewart would go at it constantly. Yeah. So that was just like comedy. Like I'm a quiet guy. I like sit back and just watch them kind of go at it. You know, so you had like a mix of like those guys. Yeah, Mike Richards is pretty quiet guy. I was pretty quiet. Seabrook's kind of in the middle of both, but like is really a connector in terms of like getting everybody together. So like we had just a really interesting group. Steven Dixon was a super funny guy that people don't probably know a whole lot about. So he would go at it with Dion and Clark MacArthur and Anthony Stewart. So like I said, it was just a fun group to be a part of because we had so many different personalities in the room.
Steven Dixon.
Yeah.
Cam, you don't remember who that is?
I don't know if I do.
Where'd he end up playing, Andrew?
I think he was in Wilkes-Barre for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, Dion was just killing kids in that
Oh,
tournament.
my God, that's right.
That's right. Enough.
Yeah, he was he was a man among boys at that time.
Was he cool, though?
Dion?
Yeah.
I mean, it was funny. I feel like me and Dion used to go at it because he was in Red Deer and I was in Calgary. So like we would, every time we were on the ice, we would go at it and we kind of like get under each other's skin. And I wouldn't say, but I like Dion. Like he means really well. He's he's a loud personality. So I guess maybe sometimes that could at first like maybe rub you the wrong way, but like once you get to know him, he's a great dude. Yeah. Cares about people, which was fun to see. But then we, our first game back after World Juniors. Have you heard that story?
No. Tell us.
We played Red Deer first game back.
Ooh.
After World Juniors. So it was right off the draw. And I kind of, Dion was like, "You want this?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." So we dropped our gloves right off the draw. We fought, and then they line up again, and then Getzlaff and Colin Fraser were lined up at center together. So then they ended up squaring off, fighting, and then all four of us were in the box before the game even started. Our first game in WHL. So.
Oh my God!
I like it,
you
man.
know, listen, that would never happen today.
Oh no, not at all.
That would never happen today. I can't believe that, dude. You and Ryan Kessler. What was the story there? Like, you guys would go at it like big time. Like, you crushed him.
Yeah, laddie.
Did you get suspended for that hit, or was that like a non-suspendable hit? You can answer that. But then you guys ended up fighting like a year later. And you cut him open, and you pointed to your cheek when he was going off the ice too. So
you know what's funny is like I didn't even know I hit him. Like I don't even remember that hit, the one that I think you're referring to, where I was like in the playoffs, I was turning the ice and like I just held my lane. So I actually don't remember hitting him. Obviously he did, but it was a little bit of everything, like the rivalry of like us and the Canucks. We played each other in the playoffs a couple times, and we kind of played a little bit similar games, but I was always also like, I'm not going to, I needed to call him out a little bit. I felt like he was maybe acting a little tougher than he was.
Mm-hmm.
So this kind of was like my mindset. Like, I'm not like, I'd rather just get in this guy's face and see if he's actually for real or not. To his credit, he scrubbed with me, and we went at it. But it was just like, I don't know, it was kind of a fun little thing where it's like, I enjoy like going at it with this guy. And look back now, we're probably like similar in terms of like the way we wanted to play and hard nose and aggressive. But yeah, man, I enjoyed those. Those are fun series where we'd go at it. And I think that's was one of the best parts about our Chicago team, is like we could play any style. Like if you wanted to go run and gun with us, we could. If you guys wanted to rough it up and go at it toe to toe, like we could do that too.
Oh yeah, no, you guys were cool as shit. We'll get into that Chicago team, but like Kessler, he like slammed his helmet down like he was gonna like kill you.
We had him on,
and then you did like some like little sneak little jab to like
jabby poo
to start the fight off, which I think that probably is what cut him and it stunned him, Andrew. Like you could throw. Like,
you could throw, man.
Listen, this is one thing I like about you too, because some dude from Nashville was messing with our boy Clayton Keller. Dude, you came out of nowhere.
There you go,
like
boy.
50, and like you protect our boy Clayton Keller. You were like, you shoved his little ass out of the way. You're like, get out of the way.
Daddy's home.
And then you went toe to toe and just destroyed that kid too.
I love it.
So nice going there, Andrew.
Hey, that's a captain.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've been to fight, and I've never like enjoyed fighting. I mean, I don't know if there's many guys that actually love it, but I'm like super quiet and like calm when I fight. So I would never be the guy to like get up and like make the show. Cam Jansen, but
that's all I can do.
No, but like I would just be calm most of the time, just because I was like, okay, like honestly a little bit nervous. I'm like, okay, what do I do here? And just like calculated with how I could get an upper hand, which was kind of like how I came up. Like I was just like, I'm just going to throw a left jab because I don't think he's going to expect it. And so that's those are just like little things. But then like, when something happens and you're just like, okay, let's go. I was able to hold my own pretty good, but probably just a part of like, when you were young, like when we came up, you had to fight. Like I remember being 15 years old playing junior B, and like first games, like some 20-year-old was just came and grabbed me. Like you don't have a choice, right? So like it's part of just like trial by fire. You got to figure out how to protect yourself and put yourself in a position where you don't, take a few right off the chin, and you learn from there.
It was Trennan. Trennan was the guy that you fought from Nashville, just to get his.
We haven't heard from him again.
No,
he's done so.
You did beat him up.
When I hit him, I was like, holy shit, like I'm in trouble, because he was a brick shithouse. And I was like, okay, here we go. But like I didn't really know anything about him, and sometimes that can be a little, you don't know if the guys are right or lefty. You're like, okay, this could end. But I think I probably surprised him a little bit.
How was that run? And you got to Carolina, you make the run, and did you run over Rolson and hurt him?
Yeah, he did.
I didn't see
run over. I got pushed. We had
Cam has not.
I didn't mean to say
video.
that part. I didn't see the video yet. I don't know why I didn't look that damn thing up. What happened with that?
So I was driving the net, and I think it was like Marc-Andre Bergeron, kind of like
power play specialist, by the way, Marc-Andre Bergeron.
Probably thought I was a little stronger on my skates than I was, and just knocked me right off my feet and ran into Rolson. Unfortunately, that didn't go well for Rolson. I think I don't know what happened to his knee, but he hurt his knee, and then that was it. Because he was standing on his head that entire playoff run. Tough loss for them, and I guess not.
It won the Stanley Cup for you guys.
You got what you got to do, laddie.
Hey, listen,
no one's chirping.
Nick Kyprios did the same thing to Grant Fuhr when I was a kid, man. I remember watching that. It was accidentally on purpose.
I ran into some goalies too, and you know what?
Right? Well, I mean, listen, if you're going to the net and you're getting hit, you're probably not, you at that point you're letting things ride. But definitely didn't have any intention of ending up in the net. But they actually, the goalies that came in, I think it was like UC Markkinen, actually, besides the blunder of giving Rod the Bod the puck that I think maybe that same game and letting them score with not a whole lot of time left, they actually held their own pretty good.
I know. I'm watching the replay. Cam, what are you talking about, Ranamo?
I didn't god dang see it. No, you didn't do nothing.
So nothing you could have done.
Nothing you could have done there, dude.
Rod the Bod, though,
nothing
man.
I could have done.
He would give did you know, this guy, was he like a coach when he was a player? He just kind of when he walked into the room, you're like, okay, guys, everybody set up now. Throw the tape away.
Throw the chew away.
Here comes Rod the Bod. But he would give crazy pregame speeches and stuff like that, wouldn't he?
No, he actually didn't say a whole lot. No. He would, and I think that, but that was why it was so powerful when he did. It was he didn't say much at all. And we had an older group. I mean, I look back at that team and I'm like, oh, we had a really veteran team. Between him and Mark Recchi and Doug Waite and Glenn Wesley, Brett Hedican, Ray Whitney, a lot of guys that had, the Wizard. So, he would speak up and Glenn Wesley would speak up and Brett Hedican would speak up. And then when something really needed to be said, Rod would step up and say it. But he still does. He presence to him. And it's just you have to meet those people that they walk into the room and they're just they demand your attention, and he's that type of person. And then there's just a genuine work ethic. Everything about him is so genuine. So he's not going to ask you to do anything that he won't do. He's living the exact way that, working his butt off in the gym and in practice and on the ice, that when he demands that from everybody else, you can't, there's only one way to go, and that's the fall in line, because he's doing the exact same thing. So that was kind of the first time I learned that's how you can set that example, because he was the first one there in the weight room every day. I remember after we won the cup, it was 3 weeks out, and he was skating, bag skating with no pucks.
God.
Oh my God.
And it was just I'm but to see that as a young kid, you're holy crap, I got a ways to go.
You need to go back skate yourself.
Yeah, I need to skate by myself with no pucks. That's even worse.
I
wrote an email about
Andrew,
that.
what are you doing? Be well, I saw Rod the Bod doing this yesterday. Hey, but I heard he did give a speech though when you guys were down 3-1, or no, when it was you guys were up 3-1. And then they came back and tied it, right?
Yeah. So we lost in Edmonton. So we were up 3-1. They came back, and that's why I said he wasn't an every day, but what he did in that moment was he stepped up and put things in perspective for the group, I would say. So it was it doesn't matter what has happened up until this point, whether we were up 3-1 or down 3-1, and now we have one game. So at the start of the year, we have someone said, hey, you have one game. You got to win one game to win the Stanley Cup. Everybody in this room would take that, hands down.
Oh, yeah.
No shit.
And so he was hey, let's get our minds right. We got a long flight home. and let's just focus on like this next game. What
Let's
can we
go
do?
get a workout in.
Yeah. Let's get our minds right. Meaning, let's go work out.
Let's go do a couple sets.
Yeah, then whatever you needed to do. But like, I mean, in that moment, like, the more I've been around and the more runs I've been on, like it was like that was impactful, because the problem with a lot of young teams is like they get emotional, right? They get emotional, they get caught up in like, holy shit, we're losing this thing, instead of like the opportunity that's ahead of you. And in that moment, he set the tone for like, hey, this is the opportunity we have as, 23 guys in this room, that not many people get each and every day. We're going home to our fans to play Game 7 for the Stanley Cup in our building, and we got to win one game.
Yeah.
And that was all you needed to say. And then, we came out guns a-blazing in Game 7 and made it happen.
I know, man. I mean,
man.
you guys had a cool ass team too. We've had a
all
ton of
those
players
cats
from
on
your,
there,
and it's like, so we've heard so
Commodore,
many
too.
stories, man. From Cam Ward just goes into the.
Cam Ward, Commodore.
Has he ever sent you any wine?
Yeah.
Any from Cam Ward? 'Cause he
Well,
sent
it does
he
sound-
sent, he sent us some.
He likes
letter.
us better than you.
Did he send you some?
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Expensive
Yeah,
shit.
right? He makes me pay for that shit.
Oh my God.
So I actually I met my wife through Cam Ward, so I owe him a fair amount. Yeah. I met my wife at his wedding. So
Get out of here. What was she doing?
You wheeled her at
Was
another
she,
wedding?
Was she in
Good
the
for
wedding? Was she
you.
in the wedding party?
she was in the wedding party.
Oh, you dog,
wow.
you.
And were you in the wedding party too?
No. I was not.
Okay.
So I was an innocent bystander, and her actually word of dad kind of introduced us, and
I
you
love
like,
it.
Were you like,
the rest is
hi?
history.
Hi, I'm
Hi,
Andrew.
I'm Andrew. How are you? And we were like, just like
Yeah,
talking
I'm
to her.
sure.
You didn't give a shit about the wedding and you're just talking to her the whole time. Everybody's like, gee, Andrew,
Right.
can I have your attention?
Yeah, no, I put on that $40 dress shirt that was I bought, and with a smile, and that was, I guess, enough for that night.
Good hair. You got
Yeah.
a nice smile. I get you, man.
Oh yeah.
No, I know you,
they
dog,
had,
you.
Bo, you had Mark Recchi and Dougie Waite. All these guys.
They're
man.
probably, go get her.
The veteran guys. Hey, how did Dougie fit in when he got there? Like he's hilarious.
He's
that guy.
awesome. We had him on.
Dougie was great, man. He again, I think he's just like another personality that we brought into the room, someone who had been around. It was interesting as a young guy being on that run with a bunch of older guys that had been around a long time and never really had an opportunity to win, because you could see how how much it meant to them. So even Dougie, you had someone like Dougie, Dougie like joking around and always like busting guys' balls, and I played cards with him, and he was hilarious, and was great at like bringing everybody together. But like in those moments of like a good playoff time, it was like the focus of like snapping out of that into like, okay, like let's get the shit done was cool to see. Of like, hey, like there's a time to have fun and to joke around and go for beers and do all that stuff. And then now it's like, okay, now it's, practice time. Like we got to get to work and practice.
Was he your coach too? Was he your coach too?
Island, yeah. Wasn't it?
But he ended up being the coach in Long Island. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, let me ask you though. Was Big Walt did this too? Like, were all the guys like Wizard and Dougie Waite in the back of the plane playing cards, having a couple cocktails, and like, oh, laddie, come on back here and sit on the cooler and play cards with us? Like, were they the guys in the back of the plane doing their thing?
Yeah, they were great. The tables were like in the middle of the plane for this. Like, I feel like somehow they used to be at the back of the plane, but they're front. So I got invited into the game with them. So like that was, I mean, for me as a young kid, like I was like, sure, yeah, let's do this.
Hell yeah.
Go ahead, take my money, right?
Take my money. I want to hang out with you.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, and that's for a young player, you're walking in that room, you're scared shitless, and like, okay, like don't say anything, and try to stay out of trouble. But they were great at like just easing the tension and making you a part of it, giving you a hard time. But anywhere from like, hey, I remember I was hurt, like Ray Whitney had me over to his house for dinner, and like those types of things that go a long way for a young kid that's like, thousands of miles away from home and, on his own for the first time. It can be a pretty lonely place for a 19-year-old. So they were awesome in terms of that, and including not only me, but like, you have the dad's trips and like your family and taking time to talk to them and all those different things. It was a cool experience from all those different standpoints.
Yeah, those old school cats, man, they're all cool, and they take care of you if they accept you, of course. But let me ask you something. And there's not too many guys that I was like, damn, this guy might fucking really hurt me. I mean, there's a couple guys out there, but one guy embarrassed me in the minors and kind of a little wake up call when I was in Norfolk. It was Dustin Bufflin, and I came down and I thought I was gonna fucking kill him, and he had his head down, and I hit him, and he blew me up so goddamn bad. Then he steps over me and calls me a plug. And I went into a depression for about 2 months. What was he like? Was he cool as hell? I know he just like resurfaced the other day, and I heard your name got popped up. So tell us a little bit about big Dustin Bufflin.
Oh, Buff, man, he's the best. There's just like, I always say this about Buff. You can walk into any room with any group of people, and they'll like everybody just gravitates towards him. Even like the other day when that picture came out of him on the ice, like everybody's like, he's so polarizing. Like we were on the ice he was on the ice, I wasn't, but for this charity game, and like the whole Arizona Coyotes team is lined up on the glass watching Big Buff on the ice just play with a bunch of beer leaguers, right? But there's like he has that presence about him. And man, he's just one of those guys you want to be around, because he's just, every day he came to the rink, he was having fun, screwing around with guys, and just literally just loved the game. But I remember like trying to hit him in junior when he was playing for the Prince George Cougars, and at that time I was just like running around trying to kill everybody. And I ran him like 3 times in one game, and I was just like, I never did it again, because I just ended up hurting myself way more than he took any force. Yeah.
So, okay, but help us understand Dustin Bufflin. Like, he literally walks away from the game, leaving like millions and millions of dollars on the table. And like his agent, like I know his agent pretty well. He was just kind of like, this is just kind of Buff. But I think everyone always thought that he would come back and end up playing again. Like, what is it about him that just kind of like has that free spirit attitude? Man, I'm going to go ice fishing, and I'm just going to leave $1 million on the table. Yeah. 14 million, whatever it was.
Yeah, I mean, like you have to understand, like Buff literally played hockey for fun, like that. And you can actually, like, there's a lot of guys that, hey, like we love playing hockey, we play for fun. Like he actually, like he played the game because like that was his escape and a way to have fun. And he was so talented that he could get away with like, some of the other stuff that some guys couldn't. But I think it got to the point where it was like, hey, I'm not having fun anymore, and that was it. And he grew up with nothing, so like the money probably didn't mean a whole lot to him. And it was just like, hey, like I'm just not enjoying this. I'm going to go do things that I do enjoy. And for him, that's hunting and fishing and spending time with his kids. That, I was at his place a couple weeks ago. We were in Minnesota for my little guy's hockey tournament, and he had us out and took my little guy on the, mobiles, and we were screwing around on his bridge there and just doing like, that's literally what he loves to do every day. So, and you could see that, I think, when you watched him play, you know what I mean? Like how many times you watch him and you're like, this guy's just like toying with people, like having fun. And like Winnipeg, when he was like holding on to the puck in the corner and was like winking at the camera, I'm like, it's like, who does that shit? Right. But that was him, man. He's just such a big personality. And, I had so much fun just going to the rink with him every day and just seeing like the pranks he would pull on people, and but he, like I said, he just got along with absolutely everybody, even if like he's just such a guy that you cannot hate Buff.
Yeah, no, I respect the hell out of him, man, and I heard nothing but good things about him one way or the other. But like, like what about in Chicago? You're in Chicago, dude. That city is so banging badass. The Blackhawks are popular. You got like Patrick Kane, like doing his thing. He's dangling everybody. The place is packed. Like, how was he going out? Like, I know you went back there. I know he was young when you played with him at the beginning, but like, explain Patrick Kane and his like status in Chicago at the time.
Yeah, I mean, that was like him and, so I got there and when I got there, it was the end of their rookie year. So Kaner and Taves, and I'll put them together because I think they were kind of going through the same thing together, and had a lot of pressure on them, but like they were kind of the new shiny toy in town. And at that time they enjoyed it, man. Like we had such a young team that everybody would hang out together. They were always together after games. But there was just like an excitement and like youth around the whole team that Kaner was a big part of just playing loose that year. And he just just his control of the puck and how he played the game and how he slowed it down and play in between people at such a young age. You're like, holy crap, like these guys would just individually make plays that would impact games. And that was probably like the first time I'd seen that, where like, you're like playing okay, but then like all of a sudden like Kaner goes down and walks around 3 people and roofs one. You're like, okay, well, we're kind of back in this game now. Like, you get a little momentum from that, and then all of a sudden Johnny would go and dance through the whole team, and then all of a sudden it's like we're tied now, and then like there was a certain amount of like superstardom that they brought every game where they could take it over, and they like I said, you go from like, nah, we don't feel like we have it tonight, to like, okay, now like they've got us back in it, and now we have a chance, and that really started to happen towards the end of that first year, and then we just kind of rolled with it from there. Then like everybody starts to get confidence, and everybody starts to like almost lean on them and use their, like it was almost became like a little bit of a competition. Like, oh, if they can do it, then like we can do it. And it just definitely pushed us to like that next level of holding onto the puck more and being confident playing that way as a group.
Yeah, man. I went to a couple of those final games in 2010. You guys were just a fun team. And even in 2016, like I remember you played a playoff series against St. Louis. It was game 1, and all of a sudden, like your wife went into labor or something, right? Did you play?
Yeah.
Did you play in that first game or no?
I did, yeah. So like, yeah, that was so I was actually in St. Louis before the game, and my wife, my phone started ringing at 2:30 in the morning, and as soon as it started ringing, I was like, oh shit, like, which I don't know why, like it was on vibrate, I would never normally wake up in the middle of the night, so I'm like, okay, jump the flight at whatever it was, 5:36 a.m., head back home, because I had missed my daughter, my boss before, because she was like, by the time my wife started, she was out in like 2 hours. So I'm like, I gotta get home, otherwise I'm gonna miss this too. So I get back, get to the hospital, and of course, like nothing, like the whole day. She's in labor the whole day, baby's not coming. So it got to like probably 4:35, and the team's like, hey, like if you want to come play, our owner is gonna come out. You fly out like right before the game. You jump on the jet, hop in, and we'll bring the game, just get dressed and go play. So my wife was super cool. She's like, yeah, like doctor's like, I don't think the baby's gonna come tonight, so go for it. So I see that, get picked up from the hospital, go jump on this jet, the owner, fly in, get there basically like right before warm up, throw my gear on, go play. Of course, there's overtime because why not?
Triple overtime.
Oh, God.
Triple over.
Well, is it triple? Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so like tight game, you're just like running on adrenaline, and we lose in overtime, jump off the ice basically right away. I'm like, okay, shit, I gotta get myself off. And like as we're driving back to the where the airplane is, the doctor was like, yeah, like I don't think you're gonna make it. So I got to the FBO and watched it on FaceTime, and then was able to see the birth, and then just flew home right from there. But it was a long day. It's a good story to tell now. My wife took an Uber to the hospital.
Oh, Jesus Christ, lad. What are you doing? What are you
Right?
doing?
It's the playoffs.
Yeah. So
No,
I say
Andy.
give her props.
Yeah, dude. She's a warrior, man. So,
Yeah,
hey, what do you mean by like,
super.
so you sat and watched it live? Like, watched what? Like you're,
The birth, dude.
yeah, I know, but like everything? Like, or just like, are you just like a side view?
So,
like, what do you mean?
No. So it was funny. So again, second time. So at first time in Dallas when my daughter was born, and so Brian's little's wife actually ended up being there with my wife for that one. No one else was there, and she had never experienced birth or anything, so she was like just transfixed on my wife's face the entire time, and she was not showing anything, right? So the second time, my mom's there, and she's like, my mom's just like, well, you're gonna see everything. So she was giving me like the whole view of absolutely everything.
Oh,
I'm like,
God.
Mom, just
Stop it. Stop it now.
Stop. Yeah. So definitely a different situation both times, but I got to see everything second time.
Hey, was that a boy in 2016?
It was a boy. Yeah.
Is he skating or what?
Yeah.
He is. He's doing a little bit of everything, that kid.
Who's the skating coach? Boris. That was Austin Matthews skating coach that Russ Courtnall was telling us. Is he like legendary out there? Like people know who he is?
So everyone knows who he is. So he's funny because we did that last year, and so my little guy was 5, and it was me, Antoine Roussel, and who was it, Louis Erickson. So we all had 5-year-olds last year, and Jay Beagle. So we're like, we'll put the kids in Boris's camp, and they're like, like he's a little young. They're a little young. We're like, whatever. They're all 5 together. They'll have fun. And they literally went back and forth, skated end to end for 2 hours, back and forth. And they would do like jumps and like all this other stuff. And so after that week, I'm like, okay, like probably take it down. These kids will probably hate us after the week of just skating back and forth for 2 hours a day.
Oh my God!
Yeah, well, remember you had to do that in Bridgeport.
I know.
How bad that was.
Hey, a couple more things for you, then we'll let you go.
You've been awesome.
First off, you got to pump your grandpa's tires. Who was like? I'm seeing like videos of this guy like golfing at 102.
Oh, geez.
Golfing at 101. I know he's not with us anymore, man. But how he was close to you. But dude, this guy's golfing at 100 years old.
Wow.
You got some great genes.
Oh yeah. Dude, he was my idol growing up. He was my biggest fan. He, when like someone just has like an unwavering like confidence in you, like that was my grandpa. Even like I was playing Phantom B, he was like, "Oh, yeah, like you're gonna be something special." I'm like, "Okay, yeah." Like, and he just never stopped. So like now I'm like, okay, like I understand why he lived for so long. It's because he always kept himself busy. He always had projects. He was golfing. He was doing woodwork. He was doing everything all the way up until he passed when he was 102. So yeah, man, it was fun. Like it became like a yearly thing where like, okay, like he wanted to golf when he was 90, and then he went to 90, and he wanted to golf when he was 100. So every year it was like, yeah, we'd all go golfing with the family together. And so it was a pretty proud moment when he hit 100. At that time I had I don't know how old my youngest was. He was probably like 5 or 6. So we played like a little executive par 3 course with him. And it was me, him, my dad, and my son. We had 4 generations. Golfing together, and like him and my 5-year-old parred a par 3 at the same time. So kind of a cool thing to look back on now, and it was just fun to have him around for so long. Like when someone has that kind of confidence in you, and you can repay them and have the moments of getting drafted and then winning Stanley Cups and taking the cup back to your hometown to share that with him and his friends. It was pretty awesome.
Okay, no, that's awesome, man. I love hearing that. All right, tell us about the 1616 Foundation. Now, you talked about it, earlier in the interview, and kind of touched on what it does. So, how can people get information on it and truly check it out and find out if it's something that they could utilize?
Yeah, So I talked a little bit about my experience and starting to build some like just different skills mentally that helped me through my situation and in Bridgeport and Long Island. So through that, we've built a mental, physical, and emotional well-being program for 10 to 12-year-old kids. And the idea really is like start treating their brains like we treat their bodies. Like, can we train their brains like we train kids on ice? Like, hey, can we give them skills mentally so that when different thoughts, feelings, emotions come through them, they have the skills to navigate that or go to someone and say, hey, I need help, and they need to talk about this. So that was really kind of the essence of the start of it. And now we've built a 16-week program where we use professional players, men and women, their real life experiences.
Yeah, that's
like
cool.
that.
Hey,
you need help with me.
And one
I'll
more thing. I couldn't think of a bigger transformation in life of going from Atlanta to Winnipeg. I mean, you talk about two totally, completely different areas all together, Atlanta and then Winnipeg. Can you sell Winnipeg to us? Did you really enjoy living there? What's going on in Winnipeg? What was your experience like? Oh, now forget the fact that you were captain of the team and all that,
and
you're a celebrity,
and the fans.
But living there, what was that like?
It was. I would say the best part of Winnipeg is the community, the community of people. It was one of those places where you show up and immediately people are there to help you get comfortable, help take care of you, anything you need. To me, that defines what Winnipeg is. Is it cold as shit in the winter? Yes, it is. But there's a great food scene. Great place to raise our kids. We really enjoyed the community there that we had and the friends we made. And the hockey's awesome. And I don't think there's any better place to be a part of, that type of organization. Top to bottom, they care about their players and the community and going from a place like Atlanta where, the building might be half full. So you get the sunny barbecues midweek and get to hang out with the guys outside and by the pool. But at that point, really, I miss the hockey, the atmosphere, and what Winnipeg was able to bring from that. So being a part of coming back and feeling, and I still remember that first exhibition game and it was like a playoff game, and it was incredible to me to be a part of. And people can Google that first shift or bus running around like a absolute animal, killing people and just what it was like to be there. But that to me was that's Winnipeg. That's what you got out of Winnipeg was hey, when you were going to play there, there was energy day in, day out around hockey. And then, you kind of adjust from being able to go anywhere you want in Atlanta to in Winnipeg, you're noticed and you're probably spending a little more time at people's houses and friends' houses and doing that kind of stuff. But I got nothing but good things to say about Winnipeg. We really enjoyed our time there. And it's funny, you don't realize what you have until you're gone. And I think when we moved away, there was a lot of things we missed about being there and excited to get back soon and experience a game as a fan too.
That's awesome. So you're telling me that Winnipeg's a better hockey town than Atlanta? I don't believe you. Get on with yourself,
no,
Maddie.
You think so?
Hey, what about, did you play with Covey? Did you play with Kovalchuk?
Oh, Covey. No, I didn't. I missed him. I missed him by a year.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
So
I'm just asking. He was
my
boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was your guy?
Yeah, he was cool. Totally cool. I don't know.
Yeah. No, you know what? I spent a little bit because he was obviously close with the guys in Atlanta when we left. So when we went to New York that year, we went to dinner and spent a little bit of time with them, and they had nothing but good things to say about Covey. I think he was such a good dude.
Awesome.
Yeah, awesome
human being. And so are you, by the way, man. You're cool as shit,
man,
dude.
thanks a lot for your time.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and I'll tell Cam Ward to send you some
wine.
Not the expensive stuff, but I'll tell him to send the cheaper shit.
No. Tell him to send the expensive stuff.
Okay. All right. Maybe I will.
Where's your wife from? Is she a Carolina girl or no?
No, she's a Red Deer, Alberta girl.
Oh, wow. So it worked out perfect.
Yeah.
Oh my. So she's from Red Deer, and you wheeled her at Cam Ward's.
Oh, it probably wasn't in Carolina, the wedding, right?
It was in.
Where?
No.
Yeah.
The wedding was, I don't know, in Alberta somewhere.
Gotcha.
Hey, he had a game plan going to that wedding. It wasn't about Cam Ward that night.
Man, no one said I was stupid.
Yeah, no shit, dude.
I
Hey,
love it.
You're the man,
and
dude.
she supports all your shit too, man.
Yeah,
it's great.
she's great.
I've seen some interviews.
We watched all your stuff with the 1000th game. The kids are adorable, dude.
Yeah.
Good luck to everything, man. We'll stay in touch with you, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
All right, Andrew. All the best, bud. Take care.
Later, buddy.
The Cam and Strick podcast is brought to you by Bellman and Bellman.com. BEHLMANN.com. Get out there to Detroit, Missouri. Check it out. On one side, you got the Buick, the GMC. Options for everybody. Then right across the street, you got the Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Again, find something that works for you and get yourself a new set of wheels in time for the winter. All right, that was Andrew Ladd, straight out of BC.
You need to go take a fucking nap.
I know, dude.
Look like
I have
shit.
been gutting it out.
Doing what though? Like,
just very tired over the weekend, and I got a lot of other things on the mind right now.
Man.
We got the championship game coming up.
You'll be all right. Like, good God, that's what you're stressed about?
Well,
Ty, 6 years old, championship fucking game. Like, come on. You're gonna see thousands of games. Don't dwell on it. It cares.
Yeah.
So let him go do his thing. It's not about you. It's about him. Like, why are you stressed out?
I'm not stressed out about
this.
Who said
You just said you were. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Well, from getting up early in the morning, dude,
what the
and
fuck's
just
wrong with you?
running
You're like,
around all weekend.
I'm so stressed out. Ty's got a championship game.
I didn't
You're
say
that
that.
stressed
I
out?
didn't say that.
Jesus.
I didn't say that.
Let him just fucking
This
do
has
it.
been actually stress-free.
My God. He's 6 years old.
Dude, the games have
Doesn't
not even
mean
been close.
shit.
Our team's been fantastic. You should come to the game.
You're
dude.
not that parent, are you?
What?
Stress.
Dude,
Fuck
I am,
boy.
like,
I know
am
you
not
don't. No, I know
stressed.
you're. No, but you're not that stressful parent. Like, stressed out. The kids are 6 years old. I gotta make sure everything's okay. Like, no. Like, I hope you're not like that.
I don't say a word.
I can see that.
I don't say a word.
Hide a little bit. Do your thing. Talk to
yeah.
people when you need to. Let
Yeah.
Ty go do it.
Yeah.
It's about him,
Yes.
not you.
I don't say a word.
Not anything.
I'm
it's
not
about
even
him.
on the bench for the games.
Just let him go do his guy.
Yeah.
Be staring at him, looking, and just
No,
go
dude.
fucking let him do his thing. I'm just asking. I'm just
No,
asking.
No, they're in great hands, dude.
Yeah, man.
The people that are running the.
You need to get
bench
some
and all
fucking
that.
sleep, though, dude.
I know I do.
You really do.
Okay, I'll go get some sleep.
I'm just telling
No
you.
time for sleep.
Well, we got work to do today, and you're kind of half-assed.
Oh, really? You feel that way?
You're out of it a little bit.
Okay.
You're out of it a little
Okay.
bit. I thought I was going to be out of it.
Yeah, I know.
And
I
had to
thought
pick
you
your
would be,
I had to
too.
pick the fucking pace up for you.
That's the first
You don't think
time.
I feel like shit?
Can you believe that's the first time? Now you know what it feels like.
Oh, God.
Sometimes, I'm usually.
I bring the
I
energy.
usually carry you. I gotta carry you the whole
No, you
show.
don't. No one carries me.
I usually have to carry you. Today, for the first quarter, you had to
Jesus.
carry me, and then since the end of the first quarter of
Sniffy.
the show, I've been carrying you anyway,
God.
putting words in my mouth.
I'm just saying, homie. Damn, boy.
All right, we appreciate Andrew Ladd for joining us here on the
great
Cam and
dude.
Strick podcast. As always, brought to you by Hair Club. Cam's got a big meeting coming up. Hairclub.com.
Little consultation.
Yes, he does.
Easy peasy, dude.
Yeah.
I love it, man. Let
You
me know
walk,
what
you
can
walk
do.
in.
Let me know what you can fucking
You walk
do.
into a hair club. What's the experience like, Cam?
Easy as hell. Hi, everyone. Hi. Hey, Cam. Hi. How you doing? Can I get a cup of coffee? Yeah, absolutely. Here, we're going to take you down here. Oh, my God. Okay, so here's what it is. Boom. We'll sit you down in this nice, comfortable chair, and they put this thing on my head, and I'm like this. Oh, it's like and they just explain, here we go. This is what we're going to do. Oh, we have a.
Yeah.
Oh, they're just sweet and nice, and it's easy, and it's comfortable.
Yeah, I got you.
So get the fuck through the door and talk. They're the nicest people in the world. They'll make you feel comfortable. Then once they explain everything to you, you're gonna be like, oh, I like that idea. Oh, I could finance this.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Okay. That's easy, man. Over there at Hair
I
Club.
just said.
What about First Form?
Same damn thing. Go to the app. I don't know how to work out. Well, they'll tell you. I don't know how to, what should I eat? Oh, well, they'll tell you.
I don't know what to wear.
I don't know what to wear. Well, they'll tell you. Like, they'll tell you everything. That's why they're successful. You don't look like Nick.
I don't know what's for breakfast.
Here, look, you got this. Boom, 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 boom.
What do I
Healthy
eat
as
for
shit.
a snack?
Here, you got this. Boom, 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 including these beef sticks.
And
Brody, take this.
listen,
by the way.
all y'all, I'm doing a lot of supplements. I'm doing a lot of pills and
Hey,
different
you wanna-
things.
you wanna look like
So
Andy,
I am. If you have any questions to help you guide it through the way,
Andy will guide you.
not only will Cam and I actually guide you, we'll also get our boy Nick involved too, and Nick will help you
He
too.
knows how to do everything.
Nick can be a personal trainer
Nick will
for
come to your
a
house.
lot of people. You don't want Nick coming to your house. That's
Well, honey, what's
My
going-
trainer's
Nick's over
coming.
again.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
Could
okay.
you imagine being late and calling your wife and be like, hey, Nick's coming over. Can you just talk to him for a few minutes before I get home?
Make sure he stays outside. No. Nick's like the sweetest, nicest guy in the world. He's got a lovely wife.
Oh, yeah.
He looks like a fucking movie star. And he's healthy as shit. And he's motivated. And he motivates us. And I love it. Like, he keeps us on our fucking. What do you guys doing?
How do you think I made it through this episode?
Yeah, Nick. Nick
Thank
did
you.
it. In First Form. No, they're great, guys.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Firstfarm.com/Cam and Strick. Go there today. Of course, Sparks, man. I'm going to go home and do the Sparks real quick before I have to head down for another game.
Oh, it's so stressful. Oh, God. Ty's 6 years old. He's playing a championship game. Oh, God. Come on.
Why are you putting words in
No,
my
because
mouth?
that's how you said.
That was my excuse.
You said it verbatim.
It's Monday. I'm just
And I'm
kind of
like,
I'm feeling the Mondays.
That fucking stresses you out, dude.
Can I just
you got
feel-
it pretty good.
Can I just feel the Mondays?
Yeah, man. I know.
Okay.
It's all good.
Thank you.
Sparks.
Sparks.
You don't
man,
want fucking Seth sharpening your goddamn
Dude.
skate. Do I need to do this?
There is a Seth right now who's completely about
He's
to,
in his underwear.
about to ruin your weekend.
He was in his underwear till 7 a.m. playing video games, eating fucking Lunchables, and he's gonna sharpen your fucking skates. He's got crumbs in his belly button. Seth. Jesus. Now he knows what to do.
Dude, I saw this this like
Did you see-
documentary. It came up on social media. I don't know how, of this guy who was
Once in a while, Andy does something different than hockey.
No, but he like fell in love with this woman that he met through like a video chat
Oh yeah, that works out.
from like another country
From
far away,
Indonesia?
and was like stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars from his family to pay for it.
Yeah, Dandy, that's the scam that they do all the time.
And like his brother's credit cards.
Oh yeah,
And then they like cut him off and whatever, and he like
it's
was,
addicting.
and he ended up killing his family, dude.
Jesus, Andy, what the fuck is Brody? What the fuck is going on with him? Like he doesn't know anything else in the outside world, and all of a sudden something will pop up, and you're like, check this out, Kent. Like, yeah, okay, like
And
Jesus.
he pled not guilty.
Was it
and
a guy in
then-
Utah? Was it a guy in
I
Utah
don't
that killed
think so.
9?
No, he didn't kill 9 people. This guy, his family, because they shut him off and they wouldn't pay for.
Yeah.
They wouldn't pay for what his situation with this girl and stuff. Like
No,
they
it's
told
not a
him,
girl, by the way.
They kicked him out
It's
of
a
the
fucking
house.
dude in Vietnam.
You don't know who.
No, because this happens all the time.
What do you think this is, Manti Te'o?
Yeah, it's exactly what it is, Andy. That's
Well,
exactly what it is.
okay, so
do you not get
so
that?
they kicked him out of the house, and
Yeah,
then
no shit.
Then he was like, "I didn't do it."
Oh God.
So
Yeah.
they had to have a full-on trial,
hiccups now,
and he.
too? Oh man, you're fucked up, dude. I've never seen you like this.
Oh my God, I'm not.
You're sniffling, your eyes are red,
No, they're
you're
not.
slurring your words, and you got hiccups.
I'm not.
The fuck is going on with him? What'd you do, homie? No, seriously. Like I do that shit. Now you're doing it?
I don't know.
Do I need to have an intervention with
no,
you?
I don't know what your
Do I
problem
need
is.
to call the family up?
The one show Cam
Do
actually
I-
has to like
Do I
carry.
What did I do?
Just the first quarter.
What,
I mean,
am I
took
going to wait
over
for you?
after the first quarter.
You can't even see right now. Am I going to wait for you? Hiccup boy? I
my
can't.
God.
No. Like I might have to make a phone call.
Oh my
I'm worried
God.
about you.
To who? Who you
So
gonna
if you
call?
walk in and we're all in your living room, imagine that. We're all in your living room like, Andy,
Oh my God.
Andy, come here. No,
Dude,
no, no.
I used to
Andy,
watch
come
that
here.
show.
Sit down.
There's a guy I know
Yeah.
who he lived across the street from me.
Struggling,
He used to
dude.
catch fish in the lake and bring them over, and like he'd like spoon them out with like a.
Yeah, that's what you do. You get the guts out of
This,
it.
oh my God!
You get the scales off.
and then I put them in my freezer. And like my mom would be like, "What the hell?" You know. So anyway, he
Kill himself?
had some issues and whatever. All of a sudden, I'm watching Intervention, and I see him in there.
Oh, yeah.
And he ended up becoming this world-class chef who used to make meals for presidents.
Oh, okay.
Went to the White House, did all this, owned restaurants.
Oh, a happy story. Good
Lost
for
all of it because of his drug addiction.
Oh.
And he's like under like, like the bridges and stuff like that. And sure enough, it was a guy that I knew growing up across the
you. All right, I didn't mean to make fun of him.
And so
on
I
that. didn't know
seen
where you were
like
going with it.
the show Intervention and stuff
Yeah,
like
no,
that.
man,
Sometimes
I've
some
had-
people need that,
Andy, I've had one.
How have you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you
So
kidding?
you know then, yeah.
You don't think my parents had an intervention with
Well,
me?
I mean, yeah, okay.
and
I
Kate's
gotcha.
stuff like
But you know how some of those like
So that's what
they
I'm just
walk
saying.
in somewhere and they're like, and all of a sudden they see their whole family. They're like, "Hi, Johnny." He's like, "Hi."
I'd
you
be
know?
like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they're not.
But you got to listen,
That's
man,
tough.
because
Some
there's a-
people are really
You
cool
think they
about
want to
it,
do
you
it?
know?
You think the family wants to have an
No.
intervention with
No.
you? Fuck
No.
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 But sometimes you got to figure it out and be like, whoa, wait a minute. No, I need this.
I haven't seen that show in a while.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
It used to be, it was a decent show to watch. Actually,
Okay.
I used to love Cops too. Cam, Cops was one of my favorite shows that I used to watch when I was a kid.
You're reaching for stuff.
One of
right?
my favorite
Cops
shows.
from the 80s.
You didn't like Cops?
Yeah, it was all right.
Awesome show.
Bad boys, bad boys.
So get that Sparks and get it today. Don't go see Seth. Go get your Sparks and be able to sharpen your skates on your
Go
own.
see Seth.
No,
It'd be fun.
don't listen.
He had a good night's sleep
Don't
the
even
night
do
before.
it. Gel sticks Of course, the number one training tool in all of hockey. They do golf also and lacrosse too. So you can cover any sport you want. But it truly is a difference maker, Cam, when it comes to like stick handling. And
I've been doing it for years, man. It helped me stay in the league a lot longer.
Isn't that
getting
true?
the damn puck out of the zone.
Yeah.
I'm not toe dragging motherfuckers. Now I am. But like back then, it's more like just get the puck off the wall. How I maybe have to make a little move to put a little sauce pass in the middle of the ice so these guys can get it.
I agree.
So
gelsticks.com,
you do it before you go to
GELSTX.com, and of course Bellman.com. Bellman and Troy, Cam.
Chai.
At Bellman, you won't find any what?
No swinging dicks. Not that environment.
They'll feed you sushi over there at Bellman.
That's a stupid thing to say, though. Sushi.
Dude, they
no
treat
one's going in
you
there
like you're...
that doesn't mean... That's like...
They treat you like...
like
women can
odd.
go in there by themselves and get
There
the
it is.
same
There
deal,
you go.
dude.
Women can go in there and not feel like they're getting bombarded.
Right.
And they're like, no, I just want this car. It's uncomfortable.
You know, with
sometimes.
some of those,
swinging dicks. So like, oh my God. I remember your... Are you...
Oh, yeah.
I remember your husband. I used to kick his ass in football back in...
Oh, my God.
Jesus.
Yeah, I know.
Kate's like, oh, what?
Don't run into those situations. So, all right. So, Bellman.com.
Damn
All right.
right.
This has been the Cam and Strick podcast. Go to our website, camandstrick.com. All our Instagram, all our social media. Great interviews, great episodes coming up. We appreciate all the support.
Love all you guys, man. And girls.
And I'm going to take a nap here.
Dude,
under
take care of
this
yourself.
edition of
Love you guys. See you, dudes.
Cam the Wrestler, signing off.